Dearest mother, it is me, Fitz, your dearest and loving boy. These past 2 weeks have been quite the single handful. Where to start? First off, my bodyguards abandoned me on the docks of Port Kinney, charged with securing passage to Ardgarad, city of savages, all on my own. There I was, nary a copper chipped to my name when opportunity struck. And just as Papa taught me, wealth can come and go, but nobility is forever. It runs as deep as the bones that make up my impressive jawline. Nevertheless, there he was, that bastard son of Prince Edenbow, Rosma. Well, I shouldn't have to tell you, the very blood in my veins was more than adequate as he invited me upon his ship. A man of refined class, that Rosma. I had no idea the son of a prince would know so much about sword technique and sailing, both of which he shared with me. Ooh, to think I, a Fitzwilliams, would be under the tutelage of one of the princely houses. And I have since taken quite a fascination with the dueling arts. Such refinement and specificity of movement. It surely is a pursuit worthy of a noble like myself. Well, the 2-week journey seemed to pass in a flash, and I found myself in the heathen city of Ardgarad. Rosma was saddened by my departure, but leave them wanting, I always say. Well, it wasn't too much longer, and my abandoning guard returned with a few extra common rabble in tow. I shall allow them for now, but we certainly cannot keep them around forever. Oh, Eva's back. Oh, delightful young girl. We will have to do something about her out-of-fashion decorum, but that can wait. More pressing matters vex us at this current momentum. I shall keep you apprised of my most heroic deeds, Mother. No doubt the way of the sword will treat me well with this group of degenerate but lovable proletariats. Your boy, Fitz.
Welcome everyone to MinusOneCHarisma, the second best Dungeons & Dragons stream on the internet. Thank you for joining us as we continue our delve into Aventide. I hope everyone's having a good week and everything is going swimmingly.
Grabbing him by the wing is so much worse.
Let's play some D&D! Last time on Aventide, Pup got a bowl of honey, which seemed to be the highlight of the episode. It seemed to kind of color everything else. The group, as I counted, smashed 18 addies collectively. Those little pocket sandwiches. And actually, one of them actually became a pocket sando. Dresden wearing one out from the bar. Truss had a secret rendezvous with Rosma Edenbow. Pup also, in the Crimson Buck, decided not only honey, but snake venom was a new thing she wanted to try, or they wanted to try. So that happened, and their face puffed up like this, and that was fantastic. They then met Ogden, the Cyclops half-orc, who was able to appraise Camden's ring and told them it was something very, very bad and evil, which they kind of already knew, but maybe the degree of evil had escaped them a little bit. And he told them to seek out the Magus, apparently a high-powered sorcerer of sorts. And that is where, we left off.
I mean, you called Ogden a Cyclops, but it's like implying he didn't have two eyes and then lose one from his job.
He called himself the Cyclops.
Okay.
That was his title. Yeah. Ogden the Cyclops.
It's his like proud nickname he gives himself.
Yeah, he is a half-orc with an eye patch, but he calls himself the Cyclops.
Copy that.
So yeah, we left on a pretty. I'll go
dark
ahead.
note. I have a very important question before we get into the actual content of this. Is my face still puffy?
Yes.
Good point.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, that's up. That's it. Now we can get back into the dark stuff.
Because it's really only been about an hour since you licked the snake venom.
Good stuff.
Trust. You left the perfect fifth with Rosma and his two companions. And very quickly, the two companions bowed and seemed like they had something to do. And Rosma kind of gestures to you towards the Pondo, which is that lake with the beach-like waves cresting on it.
Okay.
Would you like to take a walk with me?
Yeah, of course, sir.
Excellent. I trust you've been well?
Oh, well as can be in the pit.
Yes, they were telling me about the pit. I can't believe you went in there and got out again. It's very impressive.
Honestly, I'm real surprised myself. But here we are.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I know you just had a drink, but if I can offer you something else, anything, refreshments while we walk?
Oh, you've got a traveling drink maker.
No. And he points. There's like this little bar near the beach. It looks a little bougie. You see some like nice tables and some bougie
like
people,
a cabana.
but Roswell walks over and flips a couple coins and gets two what look like lagers in cups, and he walks over and hands one to you. And this is the finest oat wheat mead.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it's a specialty.
Cheers.
They don't really. It's really the only. Cheers with you. It's really the only alcohol they make here. Everything else is imported in. Surprisingly.
Very good to know.
Yes. Well, I'm sure you're wondering why I asked you out here.
Very much, sir.
Well, I just I wanted to touch base with you. I know we had to cut our formalities short last time. How is the instrument? Treating you well, I hope.
Oh, she's beautiful, sir. I love her so much, and she produces the best quality sound a bard could desire.
Oh, you don't have to call me sir. Rosma will be fine.
Yes, sir, Rosma.
I'd like to think of us as friends, if that's okay.
Yes, Rosma. That would be very nice.
Well, as you know, as I've heard from your friends, the pit is full of interesting beings, all kinds. Some of the demonic arts. Not that I put you in the same category. Obviously, you are, how to say this, much more well-mannered and charming than I'm sure a small flying monster, as they described
yes, sir. I mean, I do speak demonic, so there was a little bit of communicating that I could do with one, but unfortunately, I think Pup put that one out of its misery in quite a nice way.
Ah, well, that's impressive. Nonetheless, putting down a demon is no small feat. I've never actually faced one myself, but I've read many stories, and I've had some close encounters, as they will be. Really, what I've brought you out here because I don't quite know anybody like you, Trust. I don't have anyone with your set of skills, such as artistry and speaking demonic, which is an incredibly rare skill, I must add. You do seem like someone reliable as well. And I am looking for reliable people to help me on my journey. As your friends have heard, and he kind of looks around, my group, the Dawn Seekers, we are on a pilgrimage of sorts to free the pit of its demonic inhabitants. But I was wondering if I could rely on you for your help.
Oh, of course, sir. We found the pit absolutely despicable, and you seem like a very upstanding man who really does care about the good of the people, unlike a lot of the other nobles around in the capital. And I'd be honored to help.
Well, here. And he pulls out like a small chest, and inside this chest he opens it up and there's soil inside of it. And he pulls out what looks like a red, it's almost like a pearl. And he says, I don't think you have any experience with one of these?
No.
This is a seed for Oathwood tree. As you may have seen, the Dawn Seekers have made a pact with the Oath Keeper, the Vow Keeper. And that vow takes the form of this seed. Should this tree grow, it becomes stronger and stronger, just like the oath and the pact we hold ourselves to. Yet, we must keep it safe. And we must protect this tree and sapling, and hopefully it can grow. Unfortunately, dangerous waters are ahead of us, and I can't trust anyone, or at least inside our organization, for reasons. I was wondering if you might keep this for me.
You want me to keep the seed with me and my group?
Yes. This is very important.
Yeah.
This represents the vow I've taken with the Keeper.
Of course, sir. Yes. Sorry, Razma. I would love to. Are you planning on planting it anywhere soon?
Well, when we do find a place, we will plant it, but I was hoping you could just keep it safe for now.
Yeah, of course. Just as a question, I would ask anyone handing me a seed for keepings. Is anyone else after the seed? Should we be expecting any unexpected visitors trying to take it from us? Just so we, have our guards up if we need them.
It's a fair question. As you know, I'm seeing you here somewhat off the record. For that exact purpose. I shouldn't think anyone would come after you. And you may be the least likely person to be holding the seed of a nobleman's vow. So, I feel quite safe putting it in your charge. And I don't think it will bring you any misfortune.
That's very smart, Razma. Absolutely no one would expect our group to have anything from a noblesman.
Well, maybe a noble smile of sorts.
Trust blushes.
Well, have you ever seen Adgarod before?
No, this is my first time.
Well, if you'd like, I could show you some of the sights in the city.
That would be absolutely wonderful.
All right. Well, as you see, this is... And he kind of walks down the beach, shows you Pondo. And you guys spend a couple hours just walking around. He shows you the town. He shows you the Great Forge of Adgarod. It's this huge crowstone-looking device, perfectly intact. As you remember, that crowstone is that rock that can't be molded, can't be melded. The technology has been lost somewhere thousands of years back. And you do see like a whole series of elves kind of camped outside of what looks like the Great Forge. And he explains that there's like a year wait list to use this thing, because it is the only one in the entire world. And it can get so hot that it can forge metals and minerals that you normally couldn't, because the crowstone is just, it holds together so well. And so there's this group of elves over there, and he shows you the all rock mines that you had remembered the guy was talking about. Like, it was this huge deposit of minerals and gems, and these crud pushers, as they call them, these like hard-shelled creatures would dig out all this stuff because they're just building a home, very ant-like, and they just leave the ore. So divers would go in and make runs. And then he goes and he shows you the artists' alley. There's the architects, and there's these really fine-looking merchants and artisans making stuff. And you walk up and down these aisles, and you see people making all kinds of different stuff. Weapons, there's woodworking, there's weaving, people with looms, and he stops, and there's a man, a gnome man, and he's a very fine tools, and he's just tinkering with something very small and very fine, and it seems to glimmer a little bit, just the slightest. And he walks up. Oh, Sterling, how are you? And this gnome with these big, huge glasses that seem to magnify 10 or 12 times, his eyeballs just bouncing out of his head, pops up. Oh, hello there, Rasma. You looking to buy? And he brings you over trust. You see anything that catches your fancy here? And you look, and there's silver and gold rings and earrings and different holders. There's no stones in these yet. This guy just seems to be crafting them. And he goes, if anything catches your fancy, if there's anything you wanted, I could have it crafted here. Any gem you'd like, too.
Trust's eyes are like saucers, like, what? Are there any, like, sick-looking earrings?
Sick-looking earrings, yeah. He's crafting. It looks like he has little metalwork designs that could be on an earring, or they could just be the holders for a ring. It's hard to tell, but he's got one that's like a 3 interwoven lines, very much like an infinity symbol, just kind of going around, almost like those tribal tattoos that kind of just go all the way around. It's kind of makes those, and he's got a pair of those, and they're like a rose gold, almost fired rose gold. He's got other things that are a little bit more plain and basic, that just like chains that would hang down, or even singles that would link multiple times into one ear, like a chain. He's got all just different kinds of jewelry, it seems, and all different kinds of metals.
Does he have any of those, like, linking things in a rose gold?
In a rose gold? Yeah. I mean, he's got different kinds of chains all laid out, and he could make one that just linked all like up in here.
I want like a linky. Look at Rasma and like, oh, Rasma, so I've never had anything so nice as any of this before. Are you sure?
Absolutely. It's the least I can do.
Well, I think one of these earrings would be real nice. That the rosy color one will look real good with my skin.
Ah, I think so too. And he goes over to the gnome, and whispers something in his ear, and the gnome goes, "Yeah, I could probably have that whipped up, probably by the end of the week." And he kind of takes a look at your ear, and takes the chain and puts it up to your ear, and like measures it out. And Roz was, "Fantastic. Well, trust I could probably get that to you in a couple of weeks, if you'd be so kind as to join me for the Founders Ball."
Oh yes, sir. Rasma, the Founders. What's that? What is that?
Ah, yes. Well, the landing families every year hold an annual ball. It's a very uppity event, nobles rubbing elbows and such, but it would be a lot more fun if you'd be my date.
Whoa. Oh, Razma. Why? Sure. That sounds like a real fun time, eh?
No, absolutely. Well,
And in my back of my head, I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna see Keith again. I don't know what's going on. Where's my demon girlfriend? I don't know. Why is everyone flirting with Trust?
Hard things.
I very much look forward to seeing you there.
At least it's not
I'll
Jeffrey.
meet you outside of the front gate.
When?
In 2 weeks' time.
Try me? 2 weeks. All right.
Outside the gate?
Outside the gate. Did you invite the rest of my friends?
Yes. Yes, they got an
Excellent.
invitation as well.
Well, that sounds like an absolutely wonderful time then.
Well, I have some business to take care of, but thank you so much for this, Miss Trust. I do
Thank you.
appreciate you taking care of the seed for us. I know it is maybe a little lackluster, but it means a lot to us.
Of course. Anything after all you've done to help us, it is my absolute honor.
And he, with that, he takes your hand and bows deeply, kisses your hand, and flashes a, million silver smile, and takes his leave.
Trust blushes again. When she blushes, it's like she turns purple because she's already like reddish. So
Yeah. And as
a little
that's happening, you look up to the north and you see your friends with this big old orc who's laughing and screaming his head off. Half orc. And as this half orc laughs and walks away back into this big purple building, you just kind of see them standing there. Yeah. And you notice Pup, their face is like yeah.
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 Good God.
That date was amazing, by the way.
I just chuckle. I'm just like, oh, Pop.
All right. What are you guys doing?
I mean, if we see her,
Trust, why are you purple?
Oh, am I still purple? Oh, oh, why are you smushy?
I licked something.
You licked something?
Yeah.
poison.
Oh,
It looks pretty, so I wanted to taste it.
what? Did you learn anything from licking strange substances?
You want some honey? And I just out of my pocket, just like a paw full of honey.
Pocket honey.
And then note the honey is full of little pieces of fur all over it.
I'll take my dagger and just kind of bloop a little bit, and thank you. And
No problem.
Oh God.
Well,
how was your outing with Razma?
It was very surprising. Did he ask you to the Founders Ball to tell you to go to the Founders Ball?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not sure he asked us, but yeah, he invited us.
Yeah.
He asked me to be his date. Me.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm with you. I'm tiny. I'm a tiefling, and he
Yeah.
asked. I'm very confused, mate.
You get
I'm very
horns.
confused.
Isn't a date he asked you to be a day? Like a day of the year?
No. He asked Trust to be his date to the ball.
The very
Isn't
small
that
fruit.
a date? Isn't that a time? Or a day?
Right, Pop. Remember when we talked about how sometimes words means two different things?
Uh-huh.
This is one of them times.
Oh. What's a date?
Redrick, I think you've got this one.
Take it!
I'm just a dumb kid. Birds and the bees, baby, let's go. I got the honey.
Well,
it's
you know how there's friends? People's is friends. You know friends.
Yeah,
So,
you give them coins, friendship coins.
yeah. So,
Some
you
of us.
go on a date with someone if you want to become even closer than friends in a kind of romantic way.
You.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
it was. Trust, do you think it was like a date, or just
He
company?
said, I want you to be my date. And I said, really? But not like that.
Were you alone, or was his comrades also there with him? There's two other soldiers. So
He was alone. Oh,
You were
oh
alone
my
with
god.
him?
I forgot the most important part. Oh, and I like look around and I'm like, come on in.
Did you propose?
You're pregnant.
So, I just glare at.
tell us more. Tell us more.
Steam comes out of my ears. So he's gave us this, and I like pull out this. Did he give me the box with the dirt or just the seed?
Yeah.
So
He
I
gave you-
pull it out, and I'm
Gave
like,
you dirt in a box.
this is a seed for an oafwood tree. And he said it's part of his deal with the lady with the oafs. So he wants us to protect it until they can plant it. I don't know much else than that, but they said no one should be looking for it or coming after us for it. So, but he just thought that no one would suspect us to have it because they're supposed to have it. And he wanted us to protect it.
So no one's supposed to come after it, but he wanted us to protect it in case someone came after it.
Yeah, it sounds.
Or
Isn't this the
just
guy?
because in case they lost it in their adventures? God, I
In-
don't know.
In their big boat?
In the big boat. Yeah.
Like a dinghy.
Well, so maybe someone would go after it with them, but no one's gonna know we have it, so we're fine.
Isn't this the guy that planted the coin on us, who was tracing us or following
No.
us? The tracker
That
coin.
was a booger coin.
Yeah.
That was a booger coin.
The booger said it wasn't his and got rid of it, but you think it was his?
Well,
No idea.
source we still don't really know yet. We weren't able to find out, unfortunately.
In
But
that
the-
same vein, though, did anyone follow you from there to here? Or was it just right
I
over there
looked
that this
behind
happened?
me. Did anyone follow me?
I mean, there's a lot
mean,
of
like,
people
he
walking
left
around.
and
You
you guys
walked
showed
like
up.
you've walked like 30 feet, so like no one's followed you.
But
Really.
turn around. Do you recognize anyone?
People keep saying this
yeah.
place is safe. I still don't
I
believe.
mean,
Uh,
I mean, having the seed, it's kind of a weird situation, but the fact that he trusts you so much with it says a lot about your relationship with him.
Gross.
Yeah, I'm confused, honestly. I don't know why he's trusting us so much.
you haven't even had your first date, and he's already trusting you with his seed. That's
How do we know
Come
this whole thing isn't
I
bogus?
cast thunder. No.
Maybe the seed is just another tracking.
again.
It could be. It could
All
be.
right, well, don't we need to go to some fancy wizard for the ring? We'll ask about the seed. Oh my goodness, you guys. You're supposed to be happy for me, and all you can do is try and figure out why no one would actually want to go on a date
Can
with
I
me.
grab Trust's face? I'm gonna grab Trust's face and then like put my nose inside of her mouth and just. Is that oat wheat?
I lick her nose.
I try to also
their
lick
nose.
my nose.
I lick their nose.
Oh, wait!
Trust, I'm saying the exact opposite. This is amazing. I mean, I don't know where that will eventually go or where you want it to go, but I think that this just says a lot about how he feels about you in general. So this is a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
I roll
Are
my
you
eyes
happy?
at Rezek and
You wanna
I look at Pup and I say, yes, but you won't like it. It's oat wheat beer and you don't like alcohol.
Maybe if it was oat wheat and I
Alright,
had honey
well,
for it.
We'll get you some next times. I don't know how to feel. Guys, we just left the capital, and I was very concerned about Kate, but I don't know when I'm ever gonna see her again, if ever. And I figure, why not? I'm just going on a date. He ain't asking me hand in marriage.
Different town, different lover.
I mean, he didn't give you jewelry, so yeah, I mean.
Just like fear in Trust's eyes.
Why are you purple again?
Very quiet. Well,
I mean,
before he asked me on to be his date, he bought me jewelry to be made. I just thought he was being really nice.
he's
This
like
is really
really
fast.
loaded
This is
though,
really
right?
Right? I never had a girlfriend before, but this is going really fast.
I don't know how this works. I'm an street urchin from the capital. I don't know.
That's when Kelwise, you turn and Anders is there.
Oh, hey.
This guy's never had a girlfriend before.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can
Let's
you
talk
believe
about
that?
let's talk about that, Rezek. My boy, you've never had a girlfriend.
I think there are more important things right now happening.
Hell, man,
don't you?
I've had 3 at once. How could you have never had a girlfriend before?
Yeah, well, look at that mustache.
Well,
There must have been
that's true.
very meaningful relationships if you had 3 at one time. That must have been really.
3 times.
Where
the
are they now,
relationship.
by the way?
Oh, scattered all over. We're nomadic people. Kelwise, tell him.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. It was 3 at one time. I don't know if any of the rest of them knew that, but
Oh
this
my!
tall
Okay.
guy over here.
Well, it's a
Real
balancing
talker.
act. It's a gift.
Yeah,
Listen,
it's maybe exaggerating, but okay.
Kelwise, I was thinking, maybe I should go check out some of the guilds around here. See what kind of work they do. Maybe
I
find some
had
info.
I had heard you mentioning that before. What are you thinking about looking at?
Well, he did say there was a guild full of uncast. Maybe that's a good place to start. Or white ones and such.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
We're going to be around the city for a while, so we'll
Well,
still be
maybe
able to do things.
I'll catch up with you tonight at Pondo. You're stargazing, right? Is that what
Of
they
course.
call it? Maybe I'll catch up with you then.
Maybe.
And Ander kind of bows and walks off.
Don't break any hearts while you're out there.
He'll be all right.
He's got diseases, right?
And kind of Fitz leans in. 3 at one time? Kelwise, tell me how this is possible.
Terrible example. Don't listen to him.
Well, when they're all several days' journey apart, you have one in one place, and you go a little ways. Listen, I'm not condoning it. This isn't anything that I was ever a part of, but you've seen him.
Oh, so you don't know anything. I'll ask Anders.
Are you jealous?
Absolutely, I'm jealous. Are you kidding me? That sounds fantastic.
We haven't.
I should have known.
They grow up fast.
You could leave one when they're angry or upset at you, let them cool off and move on.
I think you might be missing the disadvantages of this situation, but maybe that's for you to find out on your own.
Question.
Certainly.
What's with the Cyclops?
Oh,
She's still with us?
No,
he
he walked off.
Oh, you said that he was with
But
them when
she-
I saw them. Sorry.
Yeah, he was, and then he was just like walking off, screaming and laughing to himself.
Oh, got it.
That was Ogden. He's someone who identifies magical items for people for money, and we had him look at Camden's ring actually.
Oh, so what did he say?
Oh, really great news.
It's
Really
it's
great
bad.
news. Yeah,
It's-
he's
wow.
basically dead already. But like also dying continuously. Like
Inside.
Well,
always.
that doesn't sound like very good news to me. You've got a terrible sense of humor.
But also
Yeah.
can't die.
No, right, that's the kicker. He can't die. So we got that going for us, which is nice.
But we've been pointed in the direction of a sorcerer or a wizard of some kind that can help us with the situation. So we're gonna
Magus?
visit now. Magus FF. I
Magus.
believe.
At the forge?
Well, that
Where is
sounds
he?
nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All
I
right, so
think
yeah.
he said it was this way, and I leave.
Yeah, we have to go there. And then
I
we have
follow.
to
Pup, do you go the right way? Where are you going?
I don't know. Do I?
North.
roll a survival check.
It's at the forge. I know that.
Yeah.
I heard him say the
but,
forge, and so-
do you know what a forge is?
No.
So then roll a survival check.
Okay. No.
Because there's
Survival?
also a line of forges in the architects where those craftsmen were. They're small.
I mean-
They're much smaller. They're like, well, they're normal sized forges, but there's
6.
a 6. Yeah, Pup starts walking northward, kind of back towards Cobbleton, which is the exact opposite. She's heading northwest, and the forge is southwest of where you are.
we're gonna need to get one of those backpack leash things, you know?
Yes. Yep.
Like a bungee cord.
We have some rope.
So
Hey, Pup.
much rope.
Pup, it's this way. It's Pup. Just gonna throw my pocket sandwich at Pup.
Can I just like turn around and catch it in my mouth?
Yeah.
Can I do I have
Roll-
sandwich like intuition?
Roll a
It's gonna be
Roll,
disadvantaged.
Sandwich
no.
unagi?
roll a dexterity
skin
saving
roll.
throw. Roll a dexterity
what
saving
throw?
throw.
A
Dexterity.
dex saving throw? Okay.
No.
17.
17. Yeah, at the last second, Pup just kind of catches it.
Hey, Gilmore. Now that's what I call a hole in one.
Yeah, drizzle some
Honey.
honey
Subway
on
commercial.
the.
I just
yeah.
slap him.
Slap you
What's
back
that?
with my honey hand.
No, not you, Rizik.
Oh. I was like, that's not me.
He's slapping me through my character.
Oh, perfect. Love it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yum, yum.
It's this way. And while we're going there, we need to name ourselves if we're gonna be our own guild too, right?
I perk up.
Yeah. Did we decide to be our own guild? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
you guys start
Have
walking
members?
in the direction, the universal sign of walking, on stream. And as you guys make your way towards it, yeah, Dresden brings us up.
That's driving
We're
Pup.
like,
And Fitz kind of, I don't know, I think Fitz in the Tantrums was actually a pretty good name. Well, Fitz is,
No.
you're not wrong.
Kelwise was definitely onto something.
I mean, I didn't
Wait.
hate it.
Is we needing to name something? I'm on it. What do we need? What are we thinking? I've got a list.
Well, apparently, in order
Wow, that's
to work here, we need to form a guild charter to work under. Unless we work under someone else's guild charter, but I'm sure there'll be taxes and fees taken out, of course.
Right. So, a name for us as a guild, not for us as a name of a secret society. And I kind of look at my list.
There can be one and the same.
I
Yeah.
mean, it would just be a public society, but that's okay.
Public
Right.
secret society.
So, I've been thinking of these the entire time because I felt it was necessary for a name. You like to name things and stories. It's very nice. So,
Yes,
how's
been-
about
it's been
I just
boring.
go down my list for use?
Sure. We got a long way to walk.
Well, thumbs up or
Alright.
thumbs down, and it'll be great.
Nom, nom, nom,
All
nom.
right.
By the way, this
Here
is
we
the
go.
second list we've had.
Yeah. Wait till you get to my list.
The first two is not that great. They're pretty generic. The Light Uprising, the Bloody Defiance. We've got the Chainless. We've got the Hokey Dokies, because it's like hoaxes, but it's like a secret. Like, we're defeating hoaxes, but it's like Hokey Dokey. We've got the Order of Serendipity. We've got the Propitiators and the Spitfire Society.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wait, what about the Booger Brigade? Because we were working with the Booger Man.
I mean, I don't think we should be telling people that we, work.
Well, they don't know.
They don't believe us anyway.
That's a fair point.
It's just like a fairy tale, right?
Booger Brigade. You want boogers in the
Yeah.
name? I say
BBs.
that isn't very tactful.
Yeah.
Trust us, those were some good names. The Bloody Defiance stood out to me.
Bloody.
Yeah, the
So
Bloody Defiance is
generic,
pretty
I
good.
liked it a lot.
What happens when we get into fine shippings and high-end wares? Bloody in the name.
Yeah,
Yeah. Got a bit of a point. This is gonna be the name of our
No, we just
Business.
talked about this. More than one meaning. Bloody Defiance. It's like the Bloody Defiance, right?
yeah,
it
it's
can be
it's
like
still a bit
that.
uncouth. Though.
Honestly, I'm a big fan of the Spitfire Society, the Order of Serendipity, and the Hokey Dokies. Those would be my top three.
I liked the Hokey Dokies as well. I also had Hoax's Heroes. I don't know if I mentioned that one last time. You probably
like Hogan's hero.
Well, these are all very creative, and this is a really good list here. I do like Spitfire Society a lot, actually.
Cornelia and Company.
And Hokey
That's pretty good.
Cornelia and Company. How is that better than Fits in the tantrums?
No, Cornelia
Corn-
Company's way better.
Yeah, Cornelia actually does stuff.
Well, it's got
Like
CC.
what?
I mean,
What does she do?
more of a-
She steals.
I've never seen her do anything. Steal?
Because
Exactly.
you're not keeping your eyes open.
You want
you
me to
absolute
steal?
buffoon.
Yeah, you buffoon. What's a buffoon?
It's like a big animal with a snout out here.
That's a baboon, you
Oh.
buffoon.
Guys,
You guys saying different words? They sound the same.
The buffoon is Preston.
Fitz does things. He's our mascot.
Wait, what
That's
about the
true.
buffoons? Baboon buffoons. The boo buffoons.
It rings true, but I don't know if one would be called that.
We can't just be like the Acme
first-
Shipping Company or something, and no
When
one
we
will try to
first
kill us.
met, we were all in shackles, right? We were all in handcuffs. What if we were because the first thing we did together was become unchained, right? Is that?
I
is
do
that-
have the Chainless on my list.
Yeah, that's cool.
Chainless is pretty good.
Not bad.
I'm surprised.
Because we're also breaking the chains of people who are stuck in places. Because we did it in the pit, and we did it with each
Freedom and
other.
all that.
Unchained.
Freedom.
Yeah, revolution. Freedom.
As you
So
guys are
I-
screaming,
Yeah.
you guys make it close to that
Please.
elven set of tents and elves that are somewhat guarding. They seem pretty lax, but they are definitely keeping an eye on anyone who walks by. They kind of start looking in your direction. About 4 of them.
Hi.
They kind of just no reaction whatsoever.
Oh, I like them. I like them. Is this where we gotta go? Hey, is there a magus in there? Magus? Guys?
Is Magus FF here presently?
Magus FF. I don't know what you mean.
That's like 2 of us.
Elf wizard guy. Does that help?
The Magus has a full book today.
Oh, so you
There's
did
no
know who
time
we
for
were.
you.
What does the FF stand for?
I don't know. Ogden
Final
called
Fantasy.
him Magus FF. I'm not sure.
Did he?
Yep.
Well, it must be someone else then.
Well, it must be. How do you get on the old docket?
You don't.
Oh, that's fun. I thought we got out of the racist city. No.
Yeah.
Oh, is this not racist? Is it just because we're uncouth?
Excuse us. Is there any way to possibly get in line to see him? We have a very important issue to resolve immediately.
And he pulls out a book and starts flipping through the pages.
Look at the docket.
Ogden sent us.
I'm not sure that helps.
He's got the better part of an hour in 3 months.
Oh, well, there we go.
We'll take
Just
it.
get 3 months older and he'll be dead. And
Maybe
also
we
dying.
should
and also
grease
unable
his
to
palms a little bit. Show him the Rasma bag of gold that we got. Should
Is
impress him.
Camden with us?
Oh, yeah.
Camden's with you. Yeah.
Can we? I shove Camden forward and be like, look at him.
Oh
Look at
no!
this man.
Okay, you
No
shove
touch.
Camden, and as you
No-
touch him, he
no
starts
touch.
violently like, no touch,
It's
and you
no-
push him in
It's
front.
all right.
and
It's
he
all right.
just
It's okay,
freaks
bud.
out, like looking at all these new faces.
Hey,
It's okay.
no touching. Trust.
And
No
Camden,
touching.
like, slowly just moves away from the group, and then starts rocking
Sorry
back
about
and
that.
forth.
Maybe you could have a little heart and not be so stuck up, and you could help this man.
And
Should
why would I
probably
want to
bribe
help this
them.
man?
Because we have friendship coins.
That's true.
People like to do things when we give them friendship coins. And I put just a handful of however many gold on the.
Yes. No, thank you.
What can
We
we
also
do to...
have
I'm
honey, and
afraid
I pour honey on the table.
the Megas time is that's disgusting. I'd ask you to please leave immediately.
Pick up the gold with my honey hand, and I.
Oh my god.
You could
And it
probably
seems
just
like
go like
one
that.
of the elves. You notice one of the elves that's guarded is just like staring at the table, like can't take their eyes off the table. They're just like, oh god.
Rezik.
Like,
All right,
Isaac.
Rez.
everyone, can just give me a moment here. I'll just try to speak with them about this.
No, can you clean
No,
the
just clean the
table?
table.
Well, okay, you got it, Saya. Here you go. But can I have a moment, please, to speak with the people here and discuss this a little bit further?
Absolutely. Hey, don't touch this man. And I just sort of start hurting him
Aw.
away.
yeah,
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. What is your name?
Raven.
Raven. My name is Rezik. Are you a local god here in the city?
No,
You're a private god.
of sorts.
Listen, that man's name is Camden. He actually was a city god back where I came from, and he's actually a very good man. He's helped a lot of people, even during times he didn't have to. He's the most morally positive man I've met. Can you please find it in your heart to just allow us to speak with Magus a little bit? This is a very, very bad curse that is put upon him that is literally tearing him apart from the inside. Is there any way that maybe possibly I could see Magus? I am a trained wizard from another city.
Look, I'm sure you mean well. Unfortunately, the Magus book is completely full. He has lots of very important things to do. He doesn't have time to just help one man. And that's when you kind of see, the flap of this tent kind of flies by, and you see this old-looking elf. Super gray, matted hair. Just stubbly hair that's grown in, just patches all over the place. He sticks his head out, and you see this man, old, and he's got these little glasses on. Did you say he was cursed? And the man, the Raven, kind of turns, Magus, please, you do not have time for this. We are here for a very set amount of time. We must get these done while we have the forge.
It will only be a moment. Please, sir, come in. Come in.
Oh, thank you so much. Dresden.
And you just see,
No, just this one. Just you. Come here. Come here.
Holding pattern.
Camden, this way. And I try to lead him over
Is
to
this
him.
the cursed one?
Yes. We were sent by Ogden. He found.
Yeah. Come in. He pulls you in.
Yes. Of
He
course,
pulls you
of
in, and you see Camden start to get really, really riled up, and he just starts getting really irritated being pulled, and you see the Magus just kind of. It's that head, and he waves his hand, and you see. He just kind of, Camden, slowly just falls asleep right in your arms, Rezik.
Oh my gosh. Is he all right?
Yes, bring him in here. Bring him in here.
Oh, all right. You're gonna be okay.
And he takes the ring, and he just kind of starts looking at the ring, very uninterested, as if he's not even looking at a human being right now. He's just looking at this ring.
Yes. Powerful. Deadly. Angry. Yes. Interesting.
Well, thank you. And he kind of pushes him back to you. Thank you. Goodbye. And he starts writing in a book.
Is there any way you can help him at all? This is, as you know, he's in a lot of pain here.
Oh, yes, very much so.
But could you release the curse so he could not be in pain anymore?
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
All right. Could you do that now, possibly?
Oh, no. No. No.
And why is that?
It's a lot of work, so... I have many important things to do. As you know, I am the Magus.
Oh, of course. And I apologize. My name is Rezik, and I trained to be a wizard as well. Nowhere near your level, obviously. Yes. Much more basic spells compared to what you can do, I'm sure. But I am training and learning.
Show me some magic.
Sure. And I will.
This is like the role Jaymes was born to play. I'm just like,
The glass is complete.
I really like this guy.
it's perfection.
Let's keep him.
Let's keep him.
So yeah, I will just say the words Silo me, and I will create the image of Magus in front of him, just kind of staring back and looking kind of interested in what he's writing.
This is child's magic.
He goes back to
As I said, it's more basic than what you're able to do, I'm sure.
Basic. Yes, basic.
Right. Is there anything I could possibly offer you, or a favor I can do for you in order to get you to release this curse from my friend?
Yes, maybe. No, I have things I need. To release a curse, you need things, very powerful things.
We can collect those things for you if it's
No, you would die. With your basic magic, your children's magic, no, you would die. No, of course not.
All right. Well, I have a group with me that are all very strong. I'm sure we could find these items for you and bring them back.
Strong?
I have great faith in them.
Where are these people?
And he goes and looks outside.
Just outside.
Just keeps looking around, and it's like he's looking through all of you guys.
I see no one of note.
And I'm going to, while he's looking out there, I'm going to Misty Step right in front of him.
Okay.
So I
Roll a
say,
performance.
me go, and I just Misty Step, and basically what happens is kind of the space around and in front of me kind of swirls a little bit, like it's made of paint all of a sudden, and then I'm suddenly gone out of the image, and it reverts back to reality, and I'm now in front of Magus.
Yes.
Actually, if you look close enough, they're all very powerful. We have Dresden here, who's an amazing fighter and has this brutal axe with him. It's quite incredible,
How close
actually.
are we to them all?
You guys are pretty far off. You're still behind that line of elven guard. And he's just kind of popping his head out. And you guys see Rezik just poof, bamf basically right outside.
So
Do I have any... Sorry, do I have any sort of inkling, like, if I let them see what I really am, I would be in trouble? Or do I feel like they'd be like, ooh?
Hard to tell. I mean, you've never really been around anyone like this before.
Okay.
And he just writes down...
We also have an incredible bard named Trust over there. She has some really insane abilities. We have Pup.
Okay, fine. Just stop talking. Stop talking.
Oh,
You're very loud,
right.
you use many words, and say nothing.
Right, yes. Sorry.
Right.
Look, to break a
Thanks
curse...
for the encouragement.
To break a curse, you
Love you
need
too.
very powerful things.
Right, yes. What do we need?
Well, first I have many things. Listen, I have a package being delivered to the south. A small outpost. I would need you to pick up the contents of that. Do not look
Easy.
inside. Also, Clacker heart. You know the Clacker, yes? Of course you do. Anyone worth their salt would know what that was. If you didn't, I doubt I would be talking to you.
Of course we know.
Yes, and I will need some bark from an oathwood.
From Northwood, easy.
Yes, these are the things I require. And you can come back to me, and I will remove the curse.
Great,
your friend.
great. There's one more thing before I go, actually. I would like to improve my skills. Are you looking to possibly train
No.
someone like me? Right, of course not.
You haven't the
well,
time. It would be a waste. You will be long gone and dead before you even reach the edges of what we call real magic, I'm afraid.
Real magic. Right.
Yes, real magic.
Okay, well, I look forward to proving you wrong. We will be back with these items,
You do.
and you will help us with our friend. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again. Right. And I just kind of try to gently get Camden and bring him back. All right. It's
Yeah, Camden's just like out. Like deep,
What did he do?
deep sleep.
Can you please carry him? I am not very strong. Thank you. Okay.
What'd you do to him? He's out cold.
Magus put a sleep spell on him, and he was able to examine the ring because of it, so that's good.
How long is he gonna be like this?
I'm not quite sure.
You didn't ask?
I mean, right now it probably is better for him to be asleep, isn't it?
I mean, I'm not even sure it matters, but yeah, maybe. Okay, cool. Well, we don't have to feed him quite as much, right? How'd it go?
Well, he's kind of a dick, but he is gonna help us. And we have to just get some items. They won't be easy to get, but
Sounds
once
familiar.
we collect them, we can take care of a friend.
Is this our first guild contract?
I mean, we're not a guild yet.
Well, not
Oh,
technically.
do we have to become a guild before we can do this?
It's a group mission.
You didn't say that. It sounds like it's kind of all under the table, honestly.
Are we gonna
It's
get kicked out of this city?
It's like we're not. Is he gonna give us friendship coins for this?
Well, I mean, it's technically trading.
Mm-hmm.
Barter system, I think.
Old school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
it's
paper
more of a
work.
trade. Unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna offer us anything.
I think we should get ourselves registered as a guild before we break any laws on
Yeah, I
unbeknownst to
agree.
us.
I agree. You've got a hot
yeah,
date
that
in
makes
2
sense.
weeks. You
Yeah.
have to be able to be here.
Get you ready.
I punch him in the leg.
How is it that you always hit the same spot? All right,
It's the height.
to the guild hall. Yeah,
Straight.
in the back of the knee. Shall we go register our stuff? He's getting heavy. Let's go somewhere.
Let's see
let's
if,
go.
maybe they'll take that bag of jams we got back from Ogden as payment. Otherwise, we might need to exchange those for some liquid cash.
That's right. He gave us
Or I'll
back those
pay
gems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, either way, let's go to the gemologist.
I mean, I have money. I can.
Yeah, I mean, I've
Same.
got money too.
And we want to start our own guild, not join one, right?
I think so.
It's got to be our own.
Kind of.
All right.
I'd like to say I'm kind of done with following other people's orders, but I think we just got put under other people's orders, so. Whatever. Let's go get a name.
We had a glorious couple days, though.
It's only
Yeah,
those to
look
do
at
it.
us. That's a good point.
Yeah,
It wasn't forced on us. You didn't say you had to do this.
and we don't have to report back to no one but us.
And if a lot of people
Nice.
know him and we're doing a job for him, that's good street cred right there.
Yeah.
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 Is that a
Look,
different kind of friendship coin?
Should we incorporate that into our name, like Simpletons for Hire or something like that?
Doesn't speak highly of us, but maybe.
Anyway.
We're walking.
Yeah, where do we have to go to do the whole thing?
Oh, you had
Yeah, the Coruseth house or something,
Mhm.
right?
Oh yeah, that's the family, right? That's one of the families, the
That's where
Coruseth.
you see what, or I think we have to go to the Better Business Bureau.
Or maybe it's
the
that.
Bureau of Better Business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of
Totally
course, you don't want to get sued.
Totally
It's
different.
to the north.
Unrelated.
Yeah. So, if you guys see here, you guys were down here in the Great Forge of Odgarad. This is kind of where the camp was, down here.
Mhm.
And there was the Violet Dragon that you guys had walked away from. The Wink, where you got the Perfect Fifth was, and all that honey.
Okay.
To the north, there's Cobbleton, and there's Pondo. This is where the stargazing is. You walk up north, there's a gate here, and it seems like the houses are here. There you go. The Tantanis, the Coruseth, and the Awalabi have their houses, and then it looks like they have like business establishments for each of their houses in the front.
Oh.
So you guys kind of walk up to this gate, and you see people walking in and out, and there's this nice cobbled path on the other side of the gate, and it goes uphill, and you wind uphill, and you see to the left the blue Tantanis household, the red Coruseth house, and the green Awalabi house, each full of people talking, trading, making deals, doing business.
I
Did we
guess we-
decide on a name?
Yeah, that's the most important part.
Hate to go in there and look like an idiot, right?
Yeah, should it be in the name what we do?
Yeah. I don't hate Spitfire Society, the Spitfire Society. I also don't hate Fits and the Tantrums, because it's, it's just dumb like that.
Yeah, I don't really care, one way or the other.
If we're throwing names in, I had one a long time ago. Trust called us Bleeding Hots, and I always kind of like that for a name, possibly. The Bleeding Hots. But
I think that's just used, Rezik.
Monsters.
What is with you and blood? You all want blood in your name.
Would you like some blood, Fitz? I can arrange it.
oh,
I just think,
right.
at least
Well,
the
anyway.
Pitfire Society is somewhat nice. Oh, Fits in the Tantrums. I still think I will take the societal lashings for your wrongdoings, should things go awry in that case.
Again, You would be the mascot, not the leader.
Yes, the
No.
figurehead of sorts.
Yeah, I
Also-
know. Not exactly.
I also
Yes,
like
of course,
the alliance is pretty good, but if maybe you can add like an adjective in the front of it or a color in front, like the Crimson Alliance or like
Again with the blood. Rezik.
How about the mighty half dozen or so?
the mighty half dozen or so. Has a ring to it.
Tess also
Right.
bursts into laughter and is like, "Oh, you're so funny, Cornelia."
No relation.
And as that's happening, you guys see like there's a building to the side and it has BBB engraved at the top.
Looks like the place.
And you see there's like a long line kind of sticking out and winding around.
Oh,
Is there a
not again.
list of like the other guild names? Like, can we see some examples of like who's already
It's not a bad idea.
become a guild?
There's no charter or list or anything like that where you are. The only guild that you had heard of was the one Seafloor had told you about, which I will tell you in a
That
second.
was.
Uh-huh.
Chestnut Alliance? Was it what, Chestnut something?
Instead of the alliance, what if it was just alliance? No.
Ooh, and
I
I
Lord,
take
personally.
all my cleverness and go with the most basic name you can think of.
Yeah, I mean it's not great.
The people.
People.
Might as well just call us those guys.
Hey,
That's a great.
hey, I like that.
We're kind of on something there.
we did have a TBA as well to be
yeah.
announced.
Yeah, or TBD.
Those
Yeah.
guys.
I like those guys.
I do.
Those guys. Well, hey,
Well, it's settled then. There's no blood in the name.
All
And it
right,
does
those
leave us-
guys.
Leaves us open to changing what we need.
Yeah, what's the fee to change our name later?
Oh, and I assume you need to make a new guild charter.
Well, that's dumb. You can't just change the name.
No.
We in line.
Yeah, you are in line.
How long?
Is it a big one?
Like the DMV.
Yeah.
It is it's a pretty
It
long
is
line.
a huge line.
Okay, I like tap the shoulder closest to the shoulder of the whoever's in front of me, and I'm like, "Excuse me, is
Hello?
you registering a guild?"
And you see a younger woman, maybe in her mid-20s, turns around. Oh, yes. Well, no, not quite. I'm going to join a guild charter to work in the fields.
Oh, what's the name of the guild?
Oh, I'm joining the Tantanus Seal Alliance to work with the wheat fields.
Oh, that's lovely. Well,
Cover Pup's ears.
that's amazing. Thank you for the information.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Well,
those
that-
guys.
I want to join that one.
They sound horrible.
That name sounded a lot more regal than those guys.
And you see
Yeah,
like
but think
a
about
pair
it.
of
They could be like,
a pair of halflings who pretty tattered clothing kind of show up behind you guys. And they
Hey,
just wait in line and they're talking. And they look gruff, but they're like armed to the teeth. You see one's got a dagger and a short sword. The other one's got a club and like a hammer he's holding on him. And one's got like a little chest plate, like really rusted metal. And they're just
Hey,
kind of
guys.
standing behind you.
Sewer rats.
Yeah?
easy.
Whoa.
Hey,
Yeah, they can hear you.
who's you calling sugar rats?
No, you
No,
guys
I-
fight them, huh? You guys look tough.
All right, we're tough. The
What
lady
gives
notices my fine armor. Been used. Lots of battle.
what guild is you joining?
Guild. We're part of the Crimson Raiders.
Asshole.
well, Crimson's out.
Yeah, I know. Those guys it is.
I think it's nice that someone could say, "Yeah, I want to hire those guys."
listen.
Hey,
I know.
Those guys.
let me
I
bounce an
know-
idea for you.
I know those guys is a very Dresden name to give. It's very, just, always the comedian Dresden. But we should probably pick a more serious name than those guys.
I did. No,
Oh, I like it.
Really like painless.
See, this guy
Those
likes it. And
guys.
he's covered in dented armor. So,
Yeah. Right, that's because of the many battles I fought.
have you
Yeah.
ever thought about like if you had less dents on your armor, it would show that you're better at dodging getting hit?
Dodging. No, I just take
Yeah.
it head on.
I like you.
What
I like
if?
you. I'd look for an extra sandwich or something.
Why don't we vote
I'm all
on it?
out.
What if we called ourselves the morally ambiguous?
The morally.
I don't think we'll go over well with
And,
her.
Where the hell did you hear those words?
You guys start getting closer and closer to the front. You guys, this line moves pretty fast.
Randomly hella big words.
Surprisingly, this line moves pretty fast, and you guys kind of make it into the door, and you see that there's rows and rows of tables. There's maybe 10 tables on each side, each with a person, a scribe,
That's 4 or 5
writing down.
spots.
And it looks like they're just taking people quick, and you guys are minutes away.
Pretty efficient bureaucracy going on here.
Let's
That
vote
was
on
great.
this. All right, let's vote on this.
Okay.
What do we like? I liked the Chainless, and I liked the Spitfire Society. But we also have those guys. So do you want to vote on this?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
I like
Who
the
wants?
pit thing that Daye
Spitfire?
said too.
Spitfire Society set. It's the most ambiguous as far as the name goes. It doesn't peg us into one specific thing.
More than those guys?
It doesn't have crimson in
Yeah,
it. I mean,
and we're
too
real Spitfires, Plus pit is in the name. It's
Yeah.
like a little homage
Should it
to
not
what
just
we've
be-
done.
A little
Pitfire
wink, a little,
Society.
you know, the
No, that's dumb.
You don't like the Pitfire Society?
No, it doesn't have the ring of
I
Spitfire.
just start blinking. I just like aggressively
Spit.
start blinking. My nose starts bleeding.
I grab you and I'm like,
Let's just name ourselves oat wheat and honey.
No.
Yes, pup. That's
Honey bunches of oat wheat.
The Oatmeat Alliance.
Okay, focus. We're almost at the front of the line.
And
I'm like-
as that's
I'm-
happening, a man. Hello, can I help you?
Honey
We're
bunches
going
of
to
oat wheat.
need 1 minute.
And he kind of like, well, please step to the side until you're ready. And right behind you, oi, we're gonna join the Crimson Raiders, huh? Yep, all right, this way, all right. And there's two halflings kind of head back to one of the tables.
Okay, I've randomized the names. All right, first up is the guy. Those guys. He wants to vote for those guys.
Can we vote more than once?
Okay.
Is this a we all vote 3 times
You,
sort of
you
thing?
vote one time. We only have a minute to do this.
One
And
time.
I raised Camden's hand too.
Doesn't count.
Just-
Doesn't count.
Counts.
Well, the chainless. The chainless. All right. Spitfire Society it is.
Cornelia and Company.
I think Fitz actually raised his hand for those guys, but we just didn't see it.
Yeah, what if it's
It's a
like
one-on
Cornelia.
joke, Fitz.
Dresden, you're so
Resden.
funny. Yes, that's what I call it when you both act like jackasses.
Fair. All right, hey, sir. We're registering as a guild.
Oh, yes. Guild registration? New charter or under someone else's?
New charter.
Oh, a new charter. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Over here. And he waves you off to a table in the back. And you see there's like a big Goliath man sitting and writing. And it looks like he's in a chair being propped up. He's got like a brace on his back. And you sit down and big guy though, still massive, towering, giant muscles. And you sit down, and there's not quite enough seats. There's really only 2 seats at his table. So, first
I'll
come,
stand.
first serve.
I'll stand, yeah, I'm fine.
Actually, I'm gonna put Camden in one of the seats.
And he kind of looks to Camden, eyes him, like, all right.
He's tired. With a long line.
Yes.
Narcolepsy.
You're here for a new charter?
yes.
All right. What's the name?
The Spitfire
Cornelia
Society?
Company.
No.
Cornelia
don't-
Company.
don't listen to-
All right. How do you spell that?
God damn it.
C-O-R.
Wait.
Cornelia Company.
E-L-I.
Please, we have a long line. Cornelia.
C-O dot.
Cornelia Co. All right. And what kind of contract will you be chartering under?
That's a good question.
Why did
General?
you even vote? Why did you vote? I just started talking to myself for a while in the back, just like, what?
Can you explain the different variations for us?
Well, were you trading and selling? Labor contract?
I suppose it's a labor contract, no?
What will you be doing?
Well, we tend to be good at killing things and procuring things.
Ah, yes. So a labor contract.
Ah, there we go, labor contract.
Like an adventurers guild. Some
they're,
sort of adventurers guild.
Adventuring, yes. Well, trading and selling on a large scale is under its own charter. But
makes
labor
sense.
is a pretty broad general
Broad?
contract. Yeah, most people work under that.
Well, there we go. One of those, please.
You look like an interesting bunch.
Thanks.
Wow. That would have been a good name, too. The interesting.
Bunch.
I
An interesting
said
bunch.
honey bunches of wheat. There's a bunch in it.
I'll just say, you look like an interesting fellow yourself. Where do you, sorry to get off topic, but...
I am Thargan. He goes to shake your hand. Thargan, Rockspine Kuroseth. Pleased to meet you.
Dresden, nice to meet you. What happened? You don't look like you should be riding a dusk.
Well, protecting this town sometimes can take its toll. As it were.
That's fair. That's fair.
But,
And I put a hand on Camden's shoulder. Yeah, been there.
Rockspine, you say? Is that an earned name or?
Yes, I got this injury, fighting a rockspine, or a hardshell, as they say. Clacker, of sorts.
Right.
Oh, I've heard vaguely about them. What was that like?
Great.
A clacker. Well,
Yeah.
they say when you hear the clicks of a clacker, it is the last thing you ever hear. Fortunately
So
for
how'd
my
you
group,
get away?
well, didn't quite see the thing. Managed to, hold up a large shield as we ran. Lost most of my crew on that run. Swallowed by what looked like the darkness. But me and a few of my mates managed to get out. Luckily. I don't know if you'd call it luck, considering what happened to us. But that's what happened. And
Oh, lucky for
Anyone
you.
ever
made it with this
managed to
injury.
take? Anyone ever managed to take out one of them clackers?
A clacker? Well, I've seen a few clacker huts come through the markets here and there. Terribly expensive.
Any rumors on how you get one? How you kill one?
Now you kill one, I have no idea. It was huge. Moved incredibly quick. Almost like electricity moving through the air. Something so large and so quick, it was terrifying. Giant
fast?
talons has cut men clean in half.
Sounds
Great.
like a challenge.
Yes,
This is
I would
very-
suggest staying clear. Far clear of something
Yes.
like that.
Probably really
Stay
good
very
advice.
far away from where again?
Well, we were on a salvage mission
Oh.
in the Grimjaw Strait. There's catacombs of caves throughout. I mean, it's one of the more dangerous parts of the Grimjaw Strait is the hardshells themselves. Tear boats up. Can cleave men in
of
half.
course, we wouldn't dare go there. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Wouldn't happen to know a fella named Seafloor, would you?
Ha! Seafloor. Are you accomplices of his?
No.
Really no.
No, he
That'll
was
do.
accosted.
Yeah. Strange old man.
Yeah.
I will say this though. Hell of a sailor. Surprisingly.
That is surprising.
Yes. He's got
It's like
away
very-
with
Very
He's got away
surprising.
with a slipstream that is unusual.
with this dinghy.
to say the least.
Like he likes to get under it, unusual, or like he's actually.
The slipstream, well, there's been tales of him sailing straight into the wind, going upstream on small boats of sorts. Interesting
Oh,
guy.
jeez.
Many tales surrounding him, most of which end up with his boat, of course, ending up the sea floor.
Yeah.
Hence his name.
Right. Right.
I hear he's got a dinghy these days.
Yeah,
goes along
I've
the
heard
coast.
that.
Well, we know you's in a real big hurry, couldn't even change a name, so we'll be on our way.
Ah, yes. Where am I? Long lines. Of course. But it was very nice to meet your acquaintance, Cornelia Co.
That's
Dresden.
Cornelia and Co.
It's Connie Cole, and I'm never calling it anything else.
Cornelia and Co. Well, I've already written it Cornelia Co.
Well, there you have it.
But yeah,
Do
I
we
thought it was
pay-
the Cornelia company.
Well, we haven't
Yeah.
paid Cornelia Company.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
that's what Co stands for.
Didn't pay.
Well, there's supposed to be and. Oh yeah, let's go, guys. Come on.
Yeah, well, it
Do we-
wasn't supposed
Well,
to be
yes,
that at all,
obviously,
so we
there
all
is a
got hard things
small
to
deal
deal
of-
with today.
And will all of you be...
Cornico.
Will all of you be
Easy
on
pub.
the...
Easy pub. Easy pub.
all of you will be on the charter as well?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Put
So
us
that's
all on.
100 gold for the charter fee, and it will be 5 silver per person, and there are 8 of you here.
Yeah, will this do it? And I just put down the giant bag of gems.
Okay, we need to get the.
And he opens the gems and he looks inside. Sorry, we don't do jewelry exchange here. You'll have to exchange it for coin.
Coin it is. I'll slap down
Give him
25.
five-
Yeah.
Give him 5 silver.
I give my bag
Yeah.
to Rezik.
20.
I got.
I don't know how. Can you?
5, whatever's needed.
You got it. Yes.
And how many you
I'll do
take out?
25 gold.
All right, that's
25
50
gold,
between
25.
50 between Trust and I, right?
And how much from Kelwise and Cornelia?
Yeah, I don't think we all
Cornelia
needed to pay
better pay
25.
up.
What was our?
I start
what's our
company. She
equal
doesn't gotta
split?
do nothing.
I don't know. We don't have to equally split it. We can just toss it in.
enough
again.
out of you.
25 as well.
I didn't. What are
Okay,
you talking about?
75.
I didn't do nothing.
I'll throw on my 25 then too. I'll throw on
Okay,
25.
that's
I
100 gold,
didn't.
and
I
I'll
would
need
never.
You
5
did
silver per
everything.
head I put on the
Nuh-uh.
charter.
All right.
Who's
Pop, I guess we
first?
got off scot-free.
I
You
gave
go.
5 silver.
Yeah, I'll
5
put my
silver?
I
And,
my coins.
I'll
May
do
I have,
Camden
uh,
and myself.
Camden? Is that what I put his name down as? Under
Yeah.
this charter. Camden. Will he be the charter master?
No.
Okay.
Who?
Cornelia's
Which one
the
are you-
charter master. It's named
There you
after
go.
her.
There you go.
Cornelia.
Master.
Cornelia, any
Yes, master.
last name for that?
My last name? Tiny Toes.
Cornelia Tiny Toes. Charter master.
To call you master.
All right.
Master Tiny Toes.
So we have Cornelia, we have Camden. Anyone else like to join the charter?
Oh,
Alright. My name's Trust.
Trust. And last name?
The tiny tiefling.
The Tiny Tiefling.
The.
Trust
Yeah, no.
the Tiny Tiefling.
Enunciate,
last name.
friends.
All right. And he writes it down.
Mhm.
It's
I think
different.
there's space.
Sure.
There's spaces in there.
Oh. And anyone else?
Yeah, Dresden Novak.
Dresden Novak.
Thank you.
That was easy.
Right.
Anyone else?
Pup?
yeah, I'm Pup.
Pup.
Yeah.
Just P-U-P.
Yep. I think. Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you the Tiny Tiefling as well?
No.
Just Pup.
Yeah.
All right. Pup.
What?
Anyone else?
Kelwise Wandergaze.
Kettlewise Wandergate.
What?
Well,
And,
do you,
you
do
hear it
wanna-
from the
do you wanna
side.
Last...
Gallant Spitzwilliams. Can I be co-charter master? And he
No.
kinda looks at
No.
him. Sorry, no. There can only be one charter master. And he writes, Gallant
Is there a place
Spitzwilliams.
for a mascot?
A mascot.
Yeah.
Well, anyone and anything can be a mascot. It is your guild to grow as you please.
Good. Fitz, you're still our mascot. Good job.
All right.
News.
Anyone else?
Rezik Moongrove.
Rezik Moongrove. All right. And he looks up. And will you be joining as well? And you guys all hear, yeah, my name is Eva Moongrove. Eva Moongrove. All right. It's a very pretty dress you have.
It's 5 silver, bud.
Oh, Eva,
He
you're
writes it
awake.
down.
Yeah.
What does she look like?
She's just sitting on Rezik's shoulder. Her dress kind of always blowing in the wind, even when inside. It's kind of uncanny.
And this guy just takes that face value.
I mean, between Pup and Trust and Fitz and his face, it is definitely
I'm just
the
trying
least,
to. I'm not
least
doubting you.
strange thing he's looking at right now.
She
Yes,
like
you can, and you can see her. Of course, you can see her because she's a
Strange?
normal human girl.
This young lady, of course.
Yes, of course,
Okay.
of course.
good, great, grand.
Anything else?
And
Anyone else
anything.
you'd like to join to charter?
Can we add people later?
Absolutely. 5 silver per head.
Great.
Great.
All right.
Perfect.
He like rolls it up and takes a ring and seals it and puts it on the table, and you see it almost just burn into ash.
Uh-oh.
But
Oh.
you notice that the ash itself seems to dissolve. And he looks at you. Well, it's been filed away. If there are any complaints or any upsets, or the Tridents try and talk to you, you can just come here, and you've been officially filed away in our stores.
Great.
That's a unique filing system. If we needed to come back and look at our charter later,
You need
How-
only say your name, and we have. And he points over, and you see there's like a pair of like what look like mages at a different table, and they seem to be casting a spell. And you see like very similarly that ash of this candle, this charter flows up out of this candle, out of like ash, and he just grabs it, breaks the seal, opens it, and starts talking to somebody about whatever their business is.
It's like only over there. That's funny.
you
Can I
could
just
have
like touch the table to see if anything happens?
put it in
Yeah.
the folder.
You touch the
Honey.
table with your honey just paw, and
Yeah.
nothing happens. And he kind of looks. Oh, I think
Really?
you have something on your finger there.
Yeah, you want some?
Oh God, no! Pulls all his papers back. No! Oh God!
Thank you
Oh,
for your time.
yes. It was very nice meeting you.
Presto.
Sure, I'll see you around town.
Absolutely.
Call us when you need us.
We couldn't miss you.
Sure. And like little honey.
Huh. Whoa! He's like wiping honey off. He's got he pulls out like this really fine handkerchief and starts wiping stuff down.
Cornelia.
Cornico.
Can we
Yeah.
wash Pup?
Rezik,
Don't take my honey.
Eva kind of
We'll finish
pops
it.
off of your shoulder and starts holding your hand as you walk through the crowd, and you notice she starts weaving in and out of people, brushing up against tables. It's a little different than you're used to.
No.
All right.
Are you feeling okay, darling?
Yeah, I feel great.
All right.
This
great.
new town is so exciting. There's so much stuff here.
Really is exciting.
Yeah.
Great.
Where are we
yeah,
going
let's
now?
get some food.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know. Oh,
Patties.
I already had like 8.
Yeah, it's been a couple hours, but you guys had just kind of eaten.
I still have pockets full of those like hoagies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's left? We gotta figure. Well, I got a question. What are we gonna do with Sleeping Beauty here while we do all these things? Can't really take him with us.
Yeah, and
He's-
he's probably not okay to just be left outside alone by himself.
He's in a bit of a no-touch state of mind. Let's see. Is there a house for the criminally insane around here? Something like
Put him
that?
back in prison?
Doesn't seem like there's anything like that.
Huh. Okay.
Maybe just get a room for him, and maybe Fitz can watch over him while we're away.
Oh, maybe. Impose on Riptide.
Babysitting? Absolutely not.
Not babysitting.
It's maybe the most important job we have.
Adult
Absolutely
watching.
not. No, I'm not adult watching. Have your brother do it.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That's a great idea.
He has family. He'll have to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe he can watch 3 at a time, knowing him.
Not bad, Fitz. It's not bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you're getting there. All right. So
Well, yeah,
go find your fucking brother.
And by this time, the sun's starting to droop low in the sky.
I mean,
Dusk is right around the corner.
should we get some? Hey, can we cook on the beach?
I'm sure. Yeah.
All right, let's get some. Yeah, let's get some food, bonfire, head up, and go to sleep.
Great.
As you start, so you guys start heading over down to Pondo on the other side of the wink, and you notice there's hundreds of tents being set up, fire pits here and there, and you just start to see the soft glow coming from the giant body of water that is Pondo.
Like unnatural glow.
Yeah, a little bit.
Great. Okay. Anybody know why that's doing that?
Couldn't say so for sure.
All right. Well, these people don't seem bothered by it. Why should we be? I'm sure that won't bite us in the ass. Literally.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, let's find a spot. We can always ask whoever we end up next to.
Yeah, and there's a lot of space here. And you see the majority of people actually have just laid down what looks like a tarp of sorts, and they have bedrolls just laid out to sleep directly under the stars.
Sweet. Yeah, let's just go claim the space. Is there any like forest nearby? Get some wood.
No forest. It's pretty much just a big sand bar.
Reza, can you make fire from nothing all evening?
I need at least some wood to get it going.
You disappoint me.
Sorry.
That guy was
It's
right.
okay.
Your magic sucks.
Yeah, so
Fair.
I'll just go look for some firewood, see what everyone's kind of, see
Yeah,
what
and Dresden,
people are
you
doing.
start to walk up and down the beach, and you notice there are a couple fires on the beach.
Kicking rocks.
But you start to notice that those that have a fire pit tend to have very, very, very nice tents. Like glampers.
Can't get away
of
from the
sorts.
classes.
They tend to have really, really nice tents. No one else seems to have a fire pit.
Okay.
By pit, do you mean it's like a pit or it's a hole in the ground?
Just like a dugout,
Just a hole in the ground.
small hole in the ground. Yeah.
All right.
You
Well,
want to bring a shovel?
I mean, okay.
Roll a investigation.
You can always use a kite shield.
roll
as
an
a-
investigation.
As a shovel. Yeah, sounds great. 14.
14. You've noticed that there are trees around here, but they're tall pine trees that
Incento.
excuse me. I think let's trees.
Don't get up.
And you have noticed that almost everything here is made out of stone when it was available. And you remember at the dock, there were loads and loads of people shipping in different types of woods. You kind of start piecing this together, and you're like, oh, wood is expensive. Wood is hard to come by. And you look, and where you are immediately, there's no access to any kind of forest or trees or anything like that. You know that
Interesting.
probably 80 to 90% of the wood in this place has been imported.
Okay. So if I'm walking down the way and realize that, I'm just gonna make a detour. Maybe go try and buy a big ass fucking candle.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be on stream. That's gonna be like, yeah, it's light-ish. Can't really cook on it.
You
but-
head over to the wink, and you're looking around for candles. Give me another investigation check.
God damn it! Just give me the candle, man.
I'll go too, but get some wood, please.
Okay.
I'll go too and get more honey.
That's a 17.
No.
17. Yeah,
Too late.
you
Too late.
you find someone with scented
Too late.
candles.
And
Everyone, no one lights their house around here. What's the matter with you people? Oh, that smells amazing. I'll take one of those, please.
Yeah. And as you really start to look around as the sun goes down, you actually don't see many torches. The city is pretty dark, with the exception of the Pondo. There's this brilliant glow coming from.
No, I feel like an idiot.
the pond. But you find a man selling what looks like all different kinds of scented wax candles.
Do you have sandalwood?
Sandalwood? Nah. I got some herbs. On this one?
I'll just grab one, sniff it. If it doesn't make me puke, I'll be like this, please.
All right. That's 5 silver.
There you
Special
go.
candle. Sets a special mood. If you know what I mean.
Really? I'll smell it again. What does it smell like?
Yeah, it smells nice. It smells
I'll just lean in conspiratorially, like
maybe a hint of
special.
maybe a hint of lavender.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Here. Take it.
All right,
Hey.
thanks. Come back.
Hey. Just question. People don't tend to have lights on at night here, no?
Where your
Is
lights?
the star thing? Star? Torches?
Star.
You know what? Never mind. You confused. I'll
You
see
mean
you.
the star sprites?
I'm sorry.
The star sprites. You don't know the star sprites?
Am I having a stroke?
He looks up at the
What's
sky.
that?
Give you an hour. You'll find out.
Great.
Yeah, and you walk off. Then you got your we'll call it a lavender scented candle.
Great. Super. Best buy yet.
All right, on this amazing quest, can I get some wood, some lumber to make a fire with?
You look around and no one is selling wood at all.
Boy, howdy. All right, no campfire tonight, folks. Let's head to the camp area. I just leave.
Best part is I put the candle in my bag and I see a torch in there, and I just fucking shake my head and.
At this point, yeah.
I'm on a quest for more honey.
Okay, well,
We don't have to do it.
the
Do I find honey or not?
the perfect fifth is it's right there.
Yep.
All right. You walk into the perfect fifth and you see two lute players going really almost violently playing the strings.
At it.
And it's like, and they have a little tip jar in front of them, and it says the All Min Brothers, and there's just two of them just playing all fast. And
they're
you
playing
see that
through
same,
the lyre and flame.
yeah. And yeah. And that same bartender still working the tables. This place seems full now. And that tip jar seems to be pretty well filled. People seem to really be enjoying the All Min Brothers.
Excuse me.
Ness? Oh. He sees you and you just matted fur, face still like this.
Oh yeah.
He just like, oh.
Sight to behold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You're back.
Do you have more honey that I could take to go?
Yeah.
Like, do you have a jar?
Sure. How about I meet you out front?
Can I have 3?
3 jars? Yes.
5.
A whole jar of 5 jars of honey. Let me see if we even have that
I don't know
much.
any numbers after that.
Biggest number.
Look, okay,
It's the biggest number I know.
a whole jar of honey is rather expensive. Are you sure?
How expensive?
Well, probably 5 gold pieces per jar.
I know how to count that much. Yeah.
Okay. Well, 25 gold pieces and I'll get you 5 jars of honey.
I just hold open my bag.
Can you take it?
And he looks through. Is there 25 gold there?
There is more than 25.
Okay, well, he takes 25
Okay.
gold, and I'll meet you out front.
Okay.
And he comes out with this box filled with these glass jars with stoppers
wooden
on
box?
top. A wooden box, yeah. A wooden box. Very
We're
thin.
good.
Very thin wood. And he walks over and hands you the little crate
You're welcome.
with the 5 with the 5 jars. And these are sizable jars. These are
Hell
maybe
yeah.
32-ounce jars of
Whoa!
honey.
Pup's about to get lit up on honey.
This is gonna be so
Yeah.
bad. Oh god.
Terrible idea.
And as you guys are sitting on the beach and Pup returns,
one
you start to
stopped me.
see the shimmering coming from the beach.
Can't we stop
The water. You start to see like this
No.
fluorescence start to shimmer and then start to move in the water as you look around and you see these small creatures, no bigger than your hand, 5 little points sticking off of them, glowing. And then they stand up on 2 legs, roll onto the side, take a few steps, almost human-like, and then roll back. And then you start to see hundreds of them start to light up. These almost star-looking creatures. And then they start to float up onto the water. And they start to look around, almost as if they're searching for something. And then they slowly start to float and rolling across the air. These little star creatures just start to float all around the beach. And nobody seems upset. No one seems alarmed by this. And these things just start to float through the city, ever so slightly, lighting up just different areas of the city until you notice there's just a soft glow all around the town of these little things just kind of floating through the air. And you notice when they hit something, they just threw in one and out the other side. And Rezik, you're looking down, and these things seem incorporeal. They seem to just float around, but you do notice that Ava is able to ever so slightly just tap one as it spins around, almost turning to look at her and then flying away. And that's where we're going to go into break.
I
Silence.
believe in you.
Stars all around you.
Oh, look at him.
Whoa!
Who
These
needs a candle?
these flying
Idiot.
star creatures glowing with this bioluminescence, floating all around the city, lighting it up. You're there with on the beach. It's warm. It's nice that Kelwise, the familiar sounds of that beach crashing very close to you from Pondo fills the air, and there's that sea air that you're used to, that you all love. Well, especially Kelwise, since that's where you kind of grew up. Fills your nostrils. What are you guys doing?
Fighting the urge to fall asleep immediately.
Yeah, looking around, how many people are out here? Is there like
There's
Don't
probably
rob these people.
300 or 400 people out here on the beach.
I'm gonna sit down and start playing music.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Well, what kind of music are you playing?
Light up, as if you heard.
Okay. So let's play some of this.
What? If there's
Something.
if there's actually wood in that box that Pup brought back,
Yeah,
break it
it's
down into a pile and
thin
cook some
wood.
dinner.
Yeah. You could probably.
It didn't take much to make
You could, yeah,
sense.
you probably got maybe you figured 7 to 10 minutes worth of solid
Oh yeah, that's plenty.
fire.
That's plenty. I'd take out my little grill, mess kit for everyone, cook up some food.
You need some honey?
No. Later.
Is it? Don't you like roast things with honey sometimes?
Sometimes, but sugar
I
tends
also
to
have
burn.
sriracha.
Is it? Ah, yes. Sriracha. Yeah, no, I'll just cook. No honey, thank you. Later.
Okay.
This is a topping. It's a dessert. Can't wait to diagnose your diabetes later.
Hey, Dresden Pup, were those shops still open?
Just a minute ago they were.
It
Although
seems like a lot of the
candle guy stuff to say. He's an odd dude.
So avoid the
it
candle
seemed
guy.
like a lot of the shops were kind of closing down, with the exception of like the bars and the pubs.
The bars were open. Everything else was shutting down,
And there's a
including the
couple
candle guy.
inns as well.
Well, maybe I'll try tomorrow to get rid of these gems then, since no one seems to want them.
Yeah, I mean, nighttime probably not the best time to be like, hey,
I
wanna
like
buy these gems.
What gems?
Yeah,
Just go to the people who want the gems. Maybe they're working late.
there's probably like an exchange,
Gems.
like a place. I'm sure there's one in here.
Yeah, we thought that too. And it turns out, not so much.
Really?
anyone.
Well, you could just throw them at poor people for sport, right? No, don't do that.
Sell 'em.
You could
Sure
sell them.
don't.
Didn't they say they trade all the fancy things from the runs? They get traded. Can't
Right.
you like put them up for trade?
I guess we'll find out.
I feel like we can either go to the Crimson Buck and have them, what, Pup?
Can we trade it for more honey?
No.
No.
Theoretically.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but it sounded good.
Be careful with those big glass jars, too, please.
But we can go to the Architect's Lane. I know that Trust was saying that she saw some jewelers there, so maybe they could evaluate it as well and buy it from us.
Oh, that's a great idea. Tomorrow.
Maybe we can have them cut down too and turned into jewelry, and it'll be worth more.
Yeah, actually,
Mhm.
everyone take a look through this bag, see if anyone wants anything. Maybe pull out.
Look at that, Cornelia Co. coming up with the business ideas. But
Wow.
also, yeah, let me
What
see
a
that.
master.
Yeah,
Let's
and I
make
just
it
kind
a
of
tiny toad.
open the bag, let everyone take a glance if they see anything.
Trust
It's
kind of like plays
mostly-
more viciously and glares at Cornelia.
Oh.
I pretend not to notice.
So what do we see, DM?
You see a bag full of emeralds and amethysts, uncut.
Okay.
I want an amethyst.
Yeah, if there's like a little emerald in there, I'll take that.
Yep.
Emeralds.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, and Cornelia, you see these emeralds, and it reminds you of home. The emerald
Mhm.
mines near your house.
Yeah, are they as nice?
These emeralds, these gems aren't of incredible quality, but you just have a lot of them. It's like a big bag of uncut lower end stones.
Yeah, it's really heavy, so
But,
you
yeah.
want to lighten it.
I
Not
got
gonna-
the green lung pop.
Oh no!
Bringing back memories.
That'd be horrible. Yeah.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Just got an amethyst. Dresden got an emerald.
Just a little emerald. Just a Little guy. Just a little guy. I wouldn't worry about that little guy.
Little emerald.
Do any of them look like smooth, like soft? Like on one edge, like if I rubbed it, it would be smooth?
No, not really. Most of them are pretty angular and rough.
And none of them are blue.
None of them are blue.
Nope.
Soup's on.
Oh, what'd you get?
I don't know. I spent a gold, I'm deciding, and I got steaks or something.
Soup's on. I got steaks.
It's a servant.
Steak stew.
Can I have mine really rare? Actually, can I just
Yes.
have it without being cooked?
No, but you can have it really rare.
No! It's gross that way.
Well, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to get used to it, but I'm not combining honey with raw meat. I'm just not doing that.
But that's what I used to eat at home.
I know, but you're not at home. Here. And I cook it for like
But
30
I
seconds
miss
tops.
home.
It's warm now. It's warm. It's warm like you just
oh,
killed
yeah,
it.
like fresh. Okay.
Yeah, there you are. See? Okay. Fuck.
We're at the shore, right? Is anyone else fishing?
Nobody's fishing here. Not a single person. Nor do you see any of the telltale signs of people fishing. Some people are wading in the water.
Is it fresh water?
You kind of get the sense. No, it's salty water.
Weird.
But you look into the water, and maybe there are no fish, or maybe this just isn't a place where you fish. You don't know what the laws in this area are, but you don't see a single person with even a fishing pole here on the beach.
I'm not going to fish anyway with all these
Pondo.
people waiting in, scaring off the fish.
That's a good point. That's very good. That's a fisherman right there. That's a fisherman for you. He knows his craft.
Yeah. Look at that. Splashing around. Animals.
And yeah, you guys are on the beach, and you notice a familiar group. Goliaths walk onto the beach, and one of them, that the man with the spinal brace
Bifida.
on his back, Thargun, who you had met at the Kuroseth house, who had done your guild charter. You see him and 4 other Goliaths walk up, and they all walk up to the beach and put their hands together and then just bow their heads. And it looks like they pray for a very, very long time.
I was gonna say hi, but they look occupado.
And then 4 of them leave, and Thargun is left on the beach in a chair, a wheelchair of sorts, just peering out over the Pondo, admiring the different stars that seem to be swirling around you.
Shall we invite him over?
I don't see why not.
All right, silence is consent. Hey, Thorgan.
No.
Yeah, we were friends earlier. Fine.
Not in that sense. Not in that sense.
And he kind of turns and notices you. Ah,
Dear Twitter.
Cornelia.
Today I got canceled.
Am I right?
Yes.
I'm
I
sorry.
remember you from earlier. Cornelia.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's us.
that's us.
Sorry.
Well
New
met.
name.
How are you?
Well
I see you're stargazing.
Yeah, you hungry? Cooking up steaks.
Steaks? Sure. Never say no
All right.
to a steak.
Great. How do you like it?
You know, the rarer the better.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
this guy gets it.
So, does this happen every night?
Oh, yes, the Pondo. Yes.
No, the stars. Stargazing.
Oh,
Floating around.
the dance of the ancestors.
Dance of the
Every night.
ancestors.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
These are the ancestors of the landing families.
Huh. The floating starfish?
Yes. The landing families, you see. We came here to try and escape the hardships of the capital ones.
You're one of the
this
landing
is-
families?
The Kurosith, yes. One of the 3
Oh.
landing families.
I missed that. Sorry. I didn't know we were speaking to someone so...
Oh, no. Look, I am part of the landing families, but we are just all citizens here of Odgarod.
So, sorry to take you off track, but does everyone that works in the business Bureau of Betterment, are they all Kuroseths?
No. We are a Goliath house. Most of my brothers and sisters tend to other things, you see. After my accident, I
Yeah.
needed to find a new way to help out the family. This just seemed to better
Oh.
suit my current situation. You see.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to the house, there is no job, there's no rank, you know? Anything we can do to help and further along. We all work together.
I see. So these are the ancestors. I
These
like
are
poke
the
at one.
ancestors. Yeah, and your hand just kind of goes through it when it just goes straight through like a spirit as it just
Does
flies.
it feel
on.
weird? Does it like nearly hit his neck? Is it cold?
Nothing. You feel nothing.
I feel nothing.
Then he goes,
Nothing's changed.
Well, it's the oath that we took. The vow. The landing houses made with the vow keeper. To protect Odgarod. These are the spirits of our families. Here for an eternity. To protect Odgarod from outsiders.
Okay, well that raises a question. Who was here first? The Kuroseths or the Oathkeeper lady?
Well, the vow keeper. I
Vow
assume.
keeper.
But
She's
I don't
been
know.
here.
I mean, the histories back then, in disarray. There isn't very good records kept from those times. Most of it was fleeing persecution.
Huh.
From the
I know
capital.
anything about that. From the
Absolutely.
capital, you say?
You said you came here to escape what?
The capitals. Those who ran Capital City back in, 200 years ago.
Well, so not much has changed.
Indeed.
No, we just had a spat of trouble there ourselves, so glad to be here and not
We
there.
We won't hold that against you here.
Trust?
I was just wondering, you said you've met with the Oathkeeper, and what do you know about the oath trees?
The Oathwood.
Oathwood, yeah.
Well, when you make a vow, the vow is personified into a small seed that grows, and the stronger the vow, the bigger the tree grows. And those trees, which are very sacred, personify and become Oathwood.
Where does one plant the trees? Is there like an oath forest?
No, there's no forest. I don't know if they'll grow anywhere, but most houses will either guard their locations or plant them somewhere very hard to reach.
All right, so say that one more time. The oath tree seed then grows and you have to guard it?
Yes. It's part of your
Huh.
dedication to your vow.
I see.
While upholding your
um,
vow, you must also protect the integrity of your
Yeah.
vow.
Just off the cuff, what happens if a tree, dies or gets stripped of a bark or something happens, beetles invaded or something?
Well, I wouldn't fear insects and such. They tend to have a natural sense to stay away, but if someone were to break your tree, it would be like breaking your vow.
Is that bad? Doesn't sound good.
Well, I've never seen the effects, but I've heard stories of those who've broken their vow.
So then, we're curious because we heard of a spell that needed bark from an oak tree, but it sounds like it's not possible to get any. So why?
Well,
that
it would
be
be
a-
possible to grab some if you could find a matured vow, and you could find the location of that tree. You could probably strip some bark from the tree itself.
But we wouldn't want to hurt anyone with a vow.
Well, I don't know. I doubt a little bark here and there would kill the tree.
Oh, all right.
Would it be possible then to, and this is like, before this entire time, Rezik's been like kind of just studying very intensely. And then during all this, his interest been piqued. Would that mean you'd be able to offer anybody possibly some bark for a favor or for some money possibly?
Bark?
If they were in dire need?
Me? Are you talking about the Coruscant vow?
Yes, I'm sorry to ask, we just met you, but it is a very dire situation that we're in.
Well, you know that harming the tree could harm the entire city itself.
Well, that's what I just asked. You said it wouldn't. Just a little bark wouldn't do nothing.
It wouldn't
I'm
break
so
the tree, but
confused.
it could harm the
Well,
protective
we don't want
barriers
to harm
on
the
here.
city. We don't
What
want to
those
do
beetles
that.
in?
We like this city. We don't want to do that.
Yes, I like the city very
unfortunately,
much.
There's too much to risk.
Maybe
Fair.
we
Would
could
offer.
ask the oaf lady.
could.
Maybe we could ask her for help.
That's
Well,
true.
She's not much for talking. Have you met the Valkyrie?
Well, maybe she'll point.
She's not what you'd call conversational. She's a very mysterious being who's lived here for hundreds of years.
Oh, I can be
Strange.
mysterious.
Well, soup's on though. Here,
No doubt.
pass him a plate.
Okay, and you pass him a
rare
soup
rare
steak.
steak.
Yeah,
Soup steak. Yeah.
soup
Oh,
steak.
it's rare as mine.
Well,
Almost not
thank you
as
for-
rare, but still pretty rare.
Thank you for being so open about all this. I know we just met you, so these are probably strange and intrusive questions
Oh,
to ask.
no.
So I appreciate you being so honest.
Absolutely not.
So when you were praying a minute ago, that was to your ancestors?
Absolutely. Our ancestors, some who have been here for hundreds of years, protecting the city
Well,
from all three houses. And he kind of looks around. It's
thank you.
where I will go when my time is up. And my brothers and sisters. And my children after me.
It's nice to have some place to go. I just figured we all just kind of came worm food. I like your story better.
Well, your essence surely goes into the stream of life.
Does it?
Pops back up. Of course. You think we're simply accidents here?
Sometimes.
I was put here by my parents.
As we
Good
all
point.
were. But it's a cycle.
You ain't wrong.
We all come out of the source heart, and when we die, we all go back into the source heart. So says
This-
the book, right?
The book?
Yes. The teachings of mine.
Oh.
It is a
Yeah.
the phrase. Source heart. An idea.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
go back in and become something anew.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I'm being honest, I never really took much of that to heart, but yeah,
Well,
It's because you didn't know where the source was?
maybe.
might I ask
Alright.
what your business is, Cornelia Co. What do you plan to do now that you have your own charter?
I mean, firstly, and I look, point over to Weekend at Bernie's over here, Camden. Is he still asleep, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh man, we are so fucked. Okay.
Anders there with him, just hanging
Hey,
out.
we found him.
Okay.
Good job.
I was
Yeah.
wondering that.
Thanks, Killwise.
Backstory.
We're trying to uncurse him. He's a good friend. He's got a. He wasn't actually sleeping. He's magically sleeping, but when he isn't magically sleeping, he's just eternally dying, but can't die.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the pit?
I've heard of it.
Well, he found a Cracker Jack box down there and got a bad prize.
Well, I don't know what that means, but I can take my guess.
Yeah, he's got a magic ring, but so we need a few things to get the magus to cure him. That's one thing. Otherwise, I don't know. Friends, what are we doing? What is Cornelia Co?
Charter is rather expensive. Most people have grand plans already before they decide to start their own charter.
You'll find we're not most people.
I can see that.
We're grand.
Yeah,
By no means do I think that's a bad thing.
I mean, you wouldn't have any need for help with anything, would you? Any work that could be done?
Not really in the adventuring anymore. But if something comes up, I'll definitely pass it your way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I best get back. It was very nice to meet you all again. And with that, he kind of goes off, heads north, and exits.
He's a nice guy.
Everyone here is very honest.
Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I do, but it's like weird.
As he leaves, can I just yell bye to him in Giant? See if he does anything.
Yeah. And
Just
he
see ya-
yells back.
see you
He yells
later.
back. And he yells back. Rest like a stone, but in giant, as he waves. Which he would have taught you is like, have a good night.
That's pretty cool. Rest
Sounds
in
like he's cussing at you.
Rest in stone. That's pretty freaking cool. Writing that one down.
He was rest
Sorry.
like a stone, right?
What
Wait,
does it sound like?
Rest like a stone?
Rest like a stone.
That means like.
Big audio slave fan.
Yeah.
So, cool guy. Looks like we have a bit of an in. I mean, not an in, but we've made friends with someone actually in the one of the families, the founding families. That can't be bad.
Yeah, that keeps happening. We get very lucky with these alliances.
I mean, yeah. Almost makes me. I don't know. I don't like it.
Oh, it makes you paranoid?
No, not paranoid. It's just like.
I'm a little paranoid.
Well, I am, but other than that,
Don't say you're
it's
not
like,
then.
I don't know. All of us together, Cornelia Co. As it was.
As it is.
As it is. Things happen to us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's going to be a long time before we can trust anyone outright again.
Yeah, well, yeah. You idiot! You're gonna trust people? Don't do that. I wouldn't trust your brother, and I am. And then give him a soup steak.
Yeah. I'll take one. Please, thank you.
By the way, Killwatch, did he agree to babysit Bernie over here?
We didn't talk about it yet. Let me go do that. Hey, Ander.
I don't like the tone of your voice.
No. It's fine. We have a favor to ask of you. Since
of course
you're going to be around here for a little bit.
Let's hear it.
Okay. We need to put Sleeping Beauty over here up for a while. Somewhere where he can't harm himself, somewhere where he can't harm us.
Right.
You mind looking after him for a little bit?
Are you gonna pay for my room and board?
Maybe.
Well then, maybe I'll look after him.
Does he have money?
Wait. What sort of place are we talking about here?
Well, someplace nice that I can put my feet up.
You
And
put your
I'll
feet
need
on the
I'll
ground.
need some spending cash too. I'm not gonna look after him
No.
sober.
What? You just got a job.
Why do we rescue this
Did
guy
I get
again?
a job? I didn't get a job. What are you talking about?
You were gonna get a job.
Oh, I looked at the guilds. Hard work.
Yeah?
Not really my cup of tea.
Well, then why are you even here?
I don't know. Why are you here? I got nowhere else to go.
Fair point. Well, what's your plan then? You're just gonna hang around here drinking and...
Drinking and fishing. Yeah, probably.
This doesn't seem like the type of place to fish at.
Well, not Pondo itself. Probably go out into the ocean. See if there are any fishing crews that need help.
No, so you just found a job. So that's exactly
I
what we were
didn't
talking about.
Find a job.
Well, you're going to find a job.
Not if you're gonna pay for my drinks.
Well, I'm not going to pay for all your drinks, but I might pay for some of your drinks.
All right. Well, let's see it.
Okay. We'll put you on a weekly stipend. How's 5 gold?
5 gold?
Yeah, that should be able to get you by.
I can't even get buzzed on 5 gold.
Well, then you're an expensive drunk.
That's not my fault.
I think it is.
No. You're the one asking me for a favor.
Okay, we'll double it. How about 10?
10 gold? All right. I'll look after your friend Sleeping Beauty here. 10 gold a week.
10 gold it is.
All right.
And I pocket him, I'll hand him 10 gold.
Ah, thanks, buddy. And he slaps
welcome.
you on the back.
Yeah, I slap him on the back too, but specifically on the shoulder that was like dislocated before and really hard.
Yeah, I don't
All right,
feel
let me
bad
see.
about that now.
Oh,
Seems like his shoulder's pretty
Great.
healed over the time. It doesn't seem like it's bugging him anymore. So you
Yeah, that
slap
can
him on
be
the back,
fixed.
but it's seems to be right. And he kind of flips the coins in his hands right in front of you guys. Happy.
How did that go? He
Well,
looked
he's gonna do
smug.
it. Yeah, well, that's a look that's always plastered onto his face, so we can't do much about that.
Did we get the family rate, or did we get?
No, we got hosed like usual.
Did we get the family rate, or like did we get the family rate?
No, it was definitely not the family rate. Let's put it that way. But at least he's safe for the moment.
Wait.
Andrew will
Alright.
get drunk, and hopefully he'll be a good babysitter. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I always like my babysitters to drink.
The good thing is he's reliable. In the long run, he's always reliable. In the short term, it's a crapshoot. We'll see how it goes.
All right. Well,
I think he's in good hands.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Killwise. And I hand you 2 gold. I am running very low on funds. I only have
No,
4
I
gold,
just
so
handed
it's half
back
my
to you.
funds.
I'm not taking any of Rezik's money.
all right. Here, I'll give you some. then.
No, stop.
I would argue, but thank you.
You really gotta be better about not spending your money, Rez.
Listen, my stuff doesn't cost 8 gold. I have to spend like a lot of money for all this stuff. Forget it. We don't
Remember when you put yourself into the hold of the ship, though you didn't need to go there?
Yeah. Have you thought about maybe just doing like push-ups and just punching people to death? It's a lot cheaper.
I've considered it. Not for me.
And Cornelia, you notice something. You're looking up at the sky, and
Check my
you
pocket.
see those stars flying by you. And when you look through one of the stars at the stars in the sky, you notice that the stars themselves seem to light up brilliantly with very defined colors all across the sky as it goes, and then it's gone. Almost like the whole universe is just these brilliant thousands of different colors, but only when looked through that lens of a passing spirit star, we'll call them.
Oh.
What the hell are you looking at?
She's just lit.
Yeah.
She's got too much of that Donji leaf.
I was looking through one of the celestial
Ancestors?
Ancestors at the stars and seeing different colors? I'm gonna tell them all that. Like,
Yeah.
do this.
Do we see the same thing?
Yeah, and when you guys do, you notice, and it's weird because it's not just like, you know that there's like sometimes things have 1,000 different colors and they reflect it all in a different. It's like every single star is a specific color, solid color, as they fly by.
Different colors.
Can I look to see if they have threads?
Roll a d20.
Okay.
Just
Bobby?
holding on to my coin purse.
Bobby?
Dang it.
17.
Check your Discord, Jaymes.
17. None of them have threads, but that's not to say the giant bundle of yarn that is fate doesn't. For the first time, you've kind of noticed it reaches into the sky and off, basically into the universe in some places. It's hard to see and it's faint, but every once in a while you get a glimmer of those colors reflecting through the star and back, and you see those threads reach up into heaven, essentially.
Cool.
Do we hear anything? Are they making any sort of humming?
They don't make any noise at all. And the only thing that they seem to really interact with is the water. As they come up out of the water, they seem to ripple a little bit and then fly around, and they're incorporeal at this point.
Can't just go in front of one and where it's like about to enter my mouth and just.
Yeah. Yeah, and you eat one, it just goes through the back of your head and flies out.
And taste the rainbow.
Wow, these are amazing.
I would want to try to feel one in the water if you say you can kind of see them as they're coming out.
Yeah, you can see them in the water. They don't. Most of them are all now out. There's none of them in the water anymore. They're all up and flying around, but you did notice that they kind of landed and, well, what looked solid on the seafloor or the pond floor, as it will.
Okay.
You going for a swim?
No, I was maybe late night swim. That's not uncommon. Come on.
I'm not. No, I was thinking of doing it myself. It seems nice.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to see if I could catch one of those little star things in the water, just to see if it was any different.
You could harass our new friend's ancestor. Nice.
I'm not trying to. Just get a grip on them.
Just touch him.
Yeah. I don't know. They're fascinating.
I'll start taking off my armor, getting ready for a swim.
Did he drop his?
Yeah, and you do notice that there's quite a few people just waiting in the water. Some people are full on swimming, just hanging out.
Don't steal my gold.
It doesn't seem like, there's anything or anyone stopping people from going into the pond with those waves crashing down on the beach and then flowing back.
Yeah, it's dark. Let's get down to the skivvies. Head on out.
Hey, you head into the water, and this water is warmer, much warmer than the ocean.
Go on in, the water's fine.
10 degrees warmer than the ocean. And you just feel
I'll
it.
just float
that
out.
strong current, strong current ebbs in and out.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's all I want. That's great.
Salty.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna talk to Rezik and Eva and just be like, isn't this weird? I mean, it's beautiful, but it seems like they're just trapped here.
Oh, I didn't think about it like that at all before, but now that you mention it, that brings kind of King City or Capital City vibes a little bit. I'm hoping for the best, and that this is kind of just a.
The spirits are trapped?
I don't know. I mean, they just come out at night. Do they look happy? I mean, obviously we can't see that. It just.
Well, when they was alive, they knew what was going to happen to them, and they accepted it. I mean, they agreed.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose when they're alive, they could leave if they don't want this fate.
Actually, you know what? I got a very obvious sign that the people in Capital City were not happy. Maybe I can ask Eva to help with this. Eva, do you get any bad vibes off of these little floating stars?
Bad check.
Bad vibes?
Yes. Do they seem unhappy?
She looks and she like plucks one out of the air. And she like holds it and looks at it. I don't know. Seems fine. I don't know if they can be sad. And she holds it and it just ever so slightly looks at it. Oh. This one seems scared.
Because you're holding it?
And she lets it go and it kind of floats away. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I would be real scared if I was used to never being touched and all of a sudden someone grabbed me.
True.
I mean, I guess being stuck here forever seems like a really long time.
But maybe time moves differently for them when these little spirits.
Oh yeah.
It might not be the
Maybe
same
it moves
thing.
slower. Maybe it's even longer than infinity.
Or they don't notice the passing of time because they ain't alive.
That's true. Rezi, I didn't know how long I was asleep for before you found me.
That's true.
I think we need to stop making problems where there ain't none and stick to the problems we have.
We have a lot of them. They keep piling up.
That is smart.
Well,
I told you was the bleeding heart of the group, Rezik.
oh, you're not so bad yourself. I agree with Trust. Let's stay positive on this one. Maybe this city could be good. I hope overall, and not crappy and a bunch of secrets and lies and whatever that King City or Capital City provides.
If everyone's happy here, I mean, that says a lot.
It does say a lot.
All right.
I'm just in the back digging a giant hole and setting my honey pots up and like taking like turning. It's just I made a giant little hole.
This has become like Pop's mission in life is just collecting honey.
No.
Are you gonna bury those, pup?
No, this is just my little hole
to sleep in.
Yeah, it's my little hangout zone.
Oh, that seems cozy.
Do you want to come? Want to go snuggle?
Yeah, I wanna be able to and cuddle.
Okay.
I like to
All
cuddle.
right. And so yeah, the night winds down. It's a little eerie with these floating, dancing ancestors. But it's a warm night. The water is warm. It seems calm. There's a calmness about the way that they move. Not deliberate, almost carefree. As they float around the city. And you guys kind of settle down for the night. Pup and Cornelia in the big hole. And as the daybreak comes, you guys wake up and you notice that the
Jaymes,
stars.
before the daybreak, I wanted to do something really quick. First off, so since we got here, I've been kind of just studying and like talking once in a while. I'm trying to work really hard on finally getting this magic rod identified, and also the 2 spell scrolls that I got from the Violet Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So are you gonna study the rod tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Roll an
Arcana
check.
I'll stay up all night if I have to do all this stuff.
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay. Yeah. That is a 23.
A 23. Yeah, you seem to figure out this rod. It has a name, and you found the name woven in an old language, and it says the silk weave on it. And you notice that the wood itself is almost cocoon shaped. Now that you really look at it, this long staff and the head of it almost looks like a finely woven cocoon, and you find that there's a magic word that activates this thing. Now you're not quite sure what it does specifically, but from what you can gather is it's a staff that has something to do with thread of sorts.
All right. Great. And can I do the 2 spell scrolls as well?
Well, you only have time for one. I mean, that took you most of the night, and you do need to sleep a little bit, unless you want to force through the night.
I'm gonna stay up. Yeah, I want to get these things out of the way.
Okay. Yeah. So roll another. You could probably do one more spell scroll.
It's another 23.
Another 23. And what were the spell scrolls again?
So they're from the violet violet dragon, right?
The grab bag,
yeah, the violet dragon. Yeah. And we did pre-roll these. I don't know if you.
Yeah. Yeah, so that first one that first one you look at it and it's written in this very fine, almost interesting looking ink, and the more you look at it and you really start to try and understand how it was written, because it's not exactly what's written, but it's how it's written sometimes in these kind of arcane scripts, you notice that it's almost alive. This is written in something you've heard of called living ink, and it's a spell that's written. It's almost written in an anecdote, and it tells the story of a man who loved the sea and became a part of the sea, and his love transcended into the ocean and became the ocean itself.
Great. Cool. And we discussed that a little bit. Would the living ink only apply to this scroll then, or to any others? If I wanted to do that again for any other scrolls, would it apply to that as well? Just wondering. It's up to you.
What do you mean?
The living ink, we talked about having a living ink situation like that, and would that apply to just this or to any scroll I wanted to do after that?
If you could find living ink, yeah.
Oh, great. Okay. And living, would Inkson's ink count for living ink, or
no,
was that a different thing? Okay.
No.
Okay.
This is like something you've heard of.
No, screw you.
No, this is something you've heard of. You've never seen it before. It's just kind of like something that was a by note of an idea.
Gotcha.
You've never heard of anything like this before, or you've never seen anything like this before.
Great. This is awesome. All right. So yeah, and I wanted to also like, when it gets like pretty late into the to the night, if Eva's still awake, I just want to look over and just talk, like just for a second while I'm taking kind of like a little bit of a break in between things and kind of like rubbing my wrist because I'm like really tired from like studying and writing and stuff. Eva.
Yeah, Rezi?
I'm sorry. I've been so caught up in the fun of this adventure, I haven't been able to talk to you really, and
that's okay.
I want to just ask you how you're doing.
I'm pooped. I'm tired. I was seen all day. Are you proud of me? I wanted to show off my dress to everybody, but it took a lot of concentration, so like I had to try real hard. But I think I showed everyone my dress.
You look beautiful. Yes, I mean it's a really nice dress. I'm gonna definitely buy you a better one though when I get more money. But
a better
dress. Very nice dress. Yes,
there's no better dress. This is the best dress.
You're right. It's the best dress. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But if you want to buy me another, I mean.
I might. But yeah, so you've just been focusing very hard to kind of
Yeah, I was practicing. I saw you studying and focusing really hard, and so I thought I would practice and focus really hard too.
Wow. Well, I just wanted to say, I don't think you know, but you helped save people in the pit. Do you know that?
What?
You helped save lives in the pit.
No, I didn't. I was just
Yeah,
your
look how-
eyes.
No, you're much more than that. Look over at Kelwise's brother, Anda, and look over at... Well,
Yeah, I don't
Camden
like him
is-
very much.
He's harmless, I'm sure.
He reminds me of our old neighbor, the baker with the greasy hair. I didn't like him.
Well, I haven't thought about the baker in a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, what was our cat's name? I can't remember. So long ago now.
Our
We found a
cat?
cat and yeah, you found a
Oh,
cat, I believe.
yeah.
And
I think I named him Resi too.
Resi 2, yes. Yes.
Yeah. But he ran away.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he was a street cat, so
hmm.
went back home, really.
Yeah, well, mom and dad didn't want to keep him around.
No. But see, I just want to tell you, I can't explain how proud I am of you, and how proud mom and dad would be of you if they could be here. And I'm just so happy that we could do this adventure together and get some of that time back that we missed. So
Aw.
I just love having you around. That's the gist of it.
And she like gives you a hug. Don't worry, Resi. We have all the time now, from now until infinity.
From now until infinity. You got it. All right. Well, I gotta get back to studying the stuff for my friends. So you go.
Yeah,
take
I'm gonna
a
go to sleep.
rest.
I'm pooped.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pooped too.
And she just kind of like
Nice.
plops down next to you and then leans up against you and within seconds just starts fading until she's gone.
And I just hold on to that feeling of her head against my side, which I haven't really been able to feel. And I go back to studying.
Okay. Yeah, and you kind of crack the second scroll, you kind of crack it at the dawn. As the sun's rising, you kind of figure out the story told in this living ink, and the reason it was so hard to decipher is the fact that it's almost like the words don't make sense, but the way that they're written is almost like a puzzle itself, and when you finally figure out the cipher to this thing, it just tells a very basic story, and you do notice that there's some strong magical pull in this ink, almost as if it has a part of the person who wrote it infused into it.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, and the ink does have almost this slightest hint in the sunlight. You see like a crimson color to it.
Cool. All right. Sweet.
The sunlight, is that morning?
Yeah, and you guys kind of start waking up, and you notice Rezik is up well before all of you. Rezik, roll a Constitution save, real quick.
Oh wow, you're up early.
Yes, I've been working late. I got a 9.
A 9? Yeah, Rezik, you really didn't get any rest tonight. So for the rest of the day, you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Great. Worth it. Well, I have some presents. If anybody is interested.
Okay.
Pup and Kelwise, I think this will probably interest you the most.
Oh yeah?
My tummy hurts.
Pup, roll a Constitution save.
Oh no.
Get out of the hole with her before anything bad happens.
A Constitution save?
Yeah,
10.
a 10. Your face seems to have gone back to the within reasonable proportions. but your stomach still feels.
Hey, Pup, your swelling has gone down.
I wanna walk over to Pup and like kneel down and pat their head and say, now, this is a lesson in overeating sugar. All right, Pup? Too much of anything will kill you. And even it's okay.
It was so good.
I know it's okay. And I'm just like calming. Into the hole, dear. Into the hole.
I'm out
You
of
dug
the
a hole.
I'm out of the hole. I'm out.
Surrender.
Cornelia's just like, ooh.
I'm far
Out
away.
of the hole.
God, can you stop reenacting my college? Like,
All right. Are you guys going up to Rezik? Rezik had
Yeah.
kind of mentioned that he.
just like very dramatically like paw drag out of the hole, paw.
I just watch, looking very tired as they just drag themselves over to me slowly.
So we're all in bad shape.
Rezik,
I'm
I
good.
thought you looked pretty bad, but this
It's
one.
impressive.
Oh no. You know. Sorry, your tummy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Pup, I
Yeah.
spent the night and I was able to figure out this magic rod that we have. It has some kind of ability that I think you could possibly figure out over time if you use it and practice with it. It has to do with silk somehow. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but that's what I was able to glean.
I mean, yeah, I'll try it. Hey,
Yeah. Yes.
I should start like flipping
Yeah,
it.
and the words that you found written on it were silk, sewn, silver, and spindle.
On the rod?
On the rod, yeah, and kind of those weavings. He had found some writing written on it that was hidden within the weaves themselves. It took him hours to find.
And then I'll just spend a little time just showing them the different words and saying, these can, if over time you practice with this, possibly each word could do a different action of some sort. I'm not sure exactly, but just do your best and train with it.
what are they? What? I can't read.
Spin oat wheat into silver.
Maybe. The words
I'll start with silk.
yeah, silk, sewn, silver, and spindle, I
Spindle.
believe.
Okay.
And I just start spinning it around, just playing with it like my other stick.
Okay, yeah, and it's more of like a rod. It's like a long piece of wood,
Mm-hmm.
and then like at the end is like an elongated bit that seems to be carved out of some kind of wood into like almost a cocoon shape.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not quite as long as your quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing with it?
And then
I'm just like spinning it around as if it was my quarterstaff.
Yeah, and Rezik, you would know that like that's some kind of password, right? Like somehow to activate this thing. The key is somewhere in those words.
Can I as I'm spinning it, I'm just gonna like be mumbling the words over and over again because I'm trying to remember them since I can't read. So I'm just mumbling them over and over and over again.
Silk, stone, silver, spindle, silk, stone, silver, spindle.
As I'm just spinning it around.
All right. Yeah, and nothing seems to happen.
Okay.
Am I doing this right?
No, good job, dude. You're doing a great job. Just keep training with that. I'm sure over time it will.
Oh, silver, spindle.
Maybe saying
I hit like a stick pose, like spindle.
And then yes.
What was
So
that?
Jaymes.
Count-wise?
I said maybe
Why
saying
are
in
you
a different
yelling so early? Yell what in a different order? What are you guys doing?
We're
Pup, what is that stick?
It's my silk-stone silver spindle stick.
Silk sewn silver spindle.
Yeah, it's my stick. Because there's a lot of sounds.
Okay. I guess I shouldn't be surprised anymore.
And now I'm just distracted with this sound, and I'm just doing that as I'm spinning it.
And Kelwise is right. Try different variations on the words. You'll get it. Right.
I do.
And then Kelwise. And just to so I'm confirming this, Jaymes. This is the shape water spell, right? Or is this just okay? Kelwise. This is actually something that's it's a mild spell. It's not very strong, but I feel like you could definitely use it. Especially you being a lover of the sea.
Oh, what is it?
It's a spell called Shape Water, and it allows you to manipulate a 5-foot cube of water in different ways.
Oh, like you would do? Like a real spell?
Oh, yes, like I would do.
Wow, I mean, that's pretty cool. How does it work? What do you do? I don't have to be a wizard?
This one, the only thing is, this probably won't love this part, but basically I have to actually scribe the spell into your skin like a tattoo.
What? Come again?
Yeah, I have to basically make a tattoo, and it will be in your skin, and it might hurt.
Like a big tattoo or something small, like a little.
Well, that's up to you.
Oh, where does it have to go?
Whatever you want.
Well, it doesn't sound too bad then. I mean,
okay.
How much can a tattoo hurt, right? I've never had one, so I don't know. Have you
done one?
Oh, that's not a good sign. Like with a knife? Like a...
No, nothing. Well, a needle. I've read about this in books, and I've thought about trying this out with different things. But this one, this scroll for sure will work, but it's going to take some time and some money. About 10 gold, which I don't have right now, but if you're willing to put up the money for the supplies...
Sure. Why not? I mean,
great.
Sounds like a new and interesting thing.
Yes, very interesting. And last thing that's kind of weird, I have to use Incense ink. Is that okay with you?
So it's going to be white?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
All right, great.
That might be the best part.
So where do you want it?
Let's go with my left forearm.
Great. And anything will do, or do you have an image in mind you'd like? I was just thinking maybe just a simple wave band, but it's up to you.
Oh. So it can't be an anchor?
An anchor sounds good too. Let's do it.
Yeah. Great. Okay.
Great.
Sure.
So yeah, we'll spend like a few hours, and I'll get some supplies, and we'll do this.
Can you put "Don't Sink" under the anchor?
And you manage to scribe like, and because you have so much extra ink, and the spell is pretty vast. You make an anchor and some waves and majesties around the anchor, and you manage to finish it, and then you hold the scroll up, and that living ink, you use your intent, your arcane intent, and you start to will this ink to move onto Kelwai's arm, and as it flows over, it starts to fill the tattoo of that white ink of Incense onto his arm. And Kelwise, you start to feel a longing. The more ink, this hole, this pit in your stomach, and it starts to carve deeper and deeper and deeper into yourself as you start to get visions. And these visions are reversed, and you see this drop of blood come out of the ocean, fall into a man's wrist as he's uncutting his arm out to the ocean. It zooms out, and you see this man with ragged, fiery red hair just staring off into the ocean. And he goes and he sits down and looks off into the sea. And then it skips days, and you see him on the sea, hand in the water, holding something, holding it close to his heart, feeling the waves that slipstream as it moves away from him in this immense feeling of loss as you feel this man's memories and the flow and the last seconds of his life flow into this tattoo, and that ability he has that he reaches into the water and manipulates it, that power he had, that relationship he had, that beginning essence of the relationship he had with the slipstream flows into you, and you understand that, like, this give and take relationship is vast, and it is crushing, and it is as heavy as the ocean itself should it betray you or leave you. And in order to have a relationship with the slipstream, you need to, one, open up your heart and your soul to that, knowing full well that that vulnerability could crush you with all the might of all of the oceans of the earth at once. And that moment, it's you feel it. It's a choice. You have to make that choice to let it in or block it out.
Yeah, well, let it in, obviously.
Yeah, and without skipping a beat, Kelwise is like, "Fuck yeah, let it in. I'm gonna hold this over Anders' head forever." And you feel it, that flow into you. That emptiness, though, also of this man was concerning. It was like the loss of that connection had just ripped out everything that he was, his entire being, until he couldn't survive any longer without it. And so you know that that's something dangerous. It's something you have to watch out for. It's something you have to be careful while, maturing this relationship. And behind you, you hear Pup just flipping.
You silk! No!
Maybe trying a different language.
I say silver and giant.
Okay. You say it
Dog!
and yeah, and it doesn't seem to work.
More language?
I do it again, and I say sown in Elvish.
Okay. Nothing happens.
He's spinning
Rezik,
it.
you know, I mean, it's written in common. So Rezik, you would assume it's not. It's probably the activation words. Generally, mages and artisans will write the activation words in the language, unless it's like, something of a cipher. But from what you can tell, it doesn't seem like it was.
I shove it at Rezik. You do it!
Maybe it has to be.
You do it!
Well, I don't know. I don't
Just try!
These.
I've been trying this whole time! It's your turn!
All right. Okay.
I dropped it.
And I just keep messing up and hitting myself in the face.
Oh my god, grab it and I give it to Trust. Trust! Say one of those words, make it cool.
I grab it.
You don't need to spin it. Just say the words, maybe.
I sing the words.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I say the words in demonic. I don't.
I might take out my silk cope and be like, pointing at this. Keep saying silk.
What are the words? It's silk, spin, and what?
Silk, sewn, silver, and spindle.
But maybe say it backwards instead of that way.
Silk, sewn, silver, spindle?
Mm-hmm.
What if we sew this into silk with the silver spindle?
Might be hard to do.
I'm gonna go get breakfast.
Maybe it
Okay,
needs
yeah.
to be in the
Dresden
order.
goes to get more steak.
Maybe it needs to be in the order that it happens. Like silk comes first, right? And then you put it through a spindle, and then you make it into silver, and then you sew it into a fabric or whatever you want to sew it into, right? So it would be silk, spindle, silver, sewn.
Nothing seems to happen.
How
But
about
she-
silver
but give me a-
spindle, sewn silk?
Pup has a headache.
Pup, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
13.
13. Yeah. It might just be the wind. It could be, but your dog ears. You hear you say the words all four, and you hear just a. And that's it.
I'm sorry. One.
Yeah.
What?
You swear you hear a. Coming from the staff.
Oh God. Can I have that? Can I see this? Can I? I'm just gonna. Can I? Oh, just.
I like knock on the little cocoon.
Hello?
Nothing.
Hey, silk, stone, silver spindle.
No.
Are you in there? Hello?
Do you hear something?
Yeah. Come here. Put your ear against it. Silk, stone, silver spindle.
No.
Is this saying no?
Meow.
Is it saying meow? Silk, stone, silver spindle.
No.
Map? Map?
Why do you sound like Snape saying no?
No.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to say all 4 words at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Ready? Silk,
Spindle.
silver spindle.
I just scream at this staff.
We just sit there for a while, and I'll just try different combinations, and I with my +4 intelligence try to figure this out for Pup because this is.
Yeah, so you
So
go
bad.
down the line and you start trying every combination there is
This is
In
a waste of money.
alphabetical order.
until you
Until-
say silver spindle, silk sewn. And
Oh, I almost had it.
as you say that, this little slot in the staff goes, and this tiny little egg-shaped bug with 2 little eyes is staring at you. Just
Hey,
looks at you, pup.
who are you? Are you mom? You want to be friends?
I felt like my hand out.
And the slot goes back up on the stick.
Ugh.
And Rezik, as you were holding it, you were feeling like almost like a question in your mind, but you don't really feel the words. It was like it was asking you something, and but you didn't quite understand what it was. It wasn't like a defined question, but you felt that longing from it for an answer. Almost.
Okay. All right, Pup. I think this time you should do it,
Okay.
and maybe because I heard in my mind a question or someone reaching out.
You
for
heard in your
something,
mind
so-
a longing for an answer, but really no question.
Yeah.
being
So
asked.
you try it. Maybe you can hear what the question is.
Is it silver spindle silk sewn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Silver spindle silk sewn.
And again, shunk. And this time the bug's like. Meep, 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 meep. And you feel it. It's asking you. It's asking you something in your head for an
I have
answer.
no idea what.
Yeah, you have no idea what the question is. This thing's real annoying.
Yes.
Can you rephrase the question?
Yes. Yes.
And
Maybe.
the thing goes, and the head of this thing, boom, explodes. Everyone roll a dexterity saving throw.
You want me to
Not
set
20. Oh, wow.
Beaker. Beaker is the name of the
10.
puppet you are referring to. right now.
24.
what? A dexterity?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dresden's having a lovely
20.
attitude.
16.
Steak and eggs, baby.
16. So everyone manages to jump away from this thing, including Pup. You like hold it up as it explodes, except for Kelwise, who's just like this
Freshly tatted.
thick like string seems to wind all around him as if he was restrained.
I'm gonna take
And
my
you
dagger
see
really quick.
the head of it, like the head of this now really short like rod. You see the bug looking up at you, and it kind of burrows deeper into the wood and just disappears.
What'd I miss?
Okay, so he's just tied up.
I don't want this stick anymore.
And I just shove it into Rizik's chest.
Well,
I don't want it.
but it could be helpful. I mean,
I
look what
grab it and give it to
Kelwise-
Cornelia.
I'm giving it to the master.
Yeah, this is uncomfortable.
So
Yeah.
I just start
Kelwise,
rolling
give
him
me a-
across
yeah,
the
give me
chest
a-
like this. I just want to start rolling him. Just
Yeah.
rolling him.
And yeah, you just roll him in the sand. It's just like to stand sticking to this as he's just
One
kind
kick,
of rolling.
one silver. One
Yeah,
kick,
worse.
one silver.
Yeah.
Now I'm sandy and stuck.
Well, great. That was all right. Well,
That was so stupid.
all right. Well,
Oh, I love it.
well, one final thing before we go. Trust, you went there when I asked. I have 2 spell scrolls.
Oh.
That I don't want, and we could probably sell if you wanted to. But one's Fairy Fire, which I know you might be inclined to use, unless you already have it.
No, I can do dancing nights. What does Fairy Fire do again?
Okay, I'm gonna try to explain this, but not in a dumb way if possible. Basically, if you're in combat, you can use this spell scroll one time, and that will go away. And it will light up and put this kind of arcane glow on objects and people. And after that, we'll have an advantage on them because we're able to see them better because they are lit up like a Christmas tree.
Right, and what's the other one?
Oh, well, the other one is called, what's it called again? 1 second. It's an elemental one.
Complete side note, I googled fairy fire and there's an excessive amount of fairy fire pits for sale on Etsy. Wasn't expecting that.
Guy Fury?
I didn't need one.
It's Faerie. I know it's not really.
Yeah, I'm just really into these tiny
Type
fire
in
pits.
yeah. Type Faerie, like fairy.
Yeah, I get you.
How much was breakfast?
For everyone or just for you?
No, I'm just. I saw what was happening and I just went for breakfast.
Yeah. Breakfast would be like 5 coppers for like bread and some butter. And like
Perfect. I'll tip 5 copper. I'm actually having steak and eggs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 1 silver would probably be enough.
The other one was absorb elements, but I don't think you want this one because it's more about striking an opponent after you've been hit with an elemental attack. Like if they, if say they use a fire spell on you, like Firebolt, they hit you with Firebolts, you'll be able to absorb part of that fire energy and then use it in your next strike against your opponent.
Well, that sounds absolutely excellent.
It does, but I know you're kind of more of a ranged fighter like me. I don't know if you want to be hitting people up close.
You never know when someone's just gonna be close to you.
Of course. Well,
Okay.
You want both?
Sure.
And that's when you notice
Kill-wise.
you hear it down from the sand. Excuse me, anyone? And you look, and next to Kelwise is Fitz, just covered in this
Oh my god.
spindle thread, restrained, just kind of waving his arm around. A little help, please.
He's a good kid.
Anyway, Kelwise, I know you wanted this absorb elements.
Oh,
You gotta give it
no.
some trust.
No, I'm good.
If Cowboys wants it, he can have it.
No, that's okay. I think I'm all set with spells now. Thank you.
All right.
That one hurt enough. Yeah.
All right, that was a clean interaction. Great. All right, we're all set. Let's get some breakfast.
I'm gonna.
That sounds fantastic. Take me with you, Rezik.
I'm gonna pick him up and throw him over my shoulder.
Ooh,
Be a good lad.
this is very demeaning. Please put me down this instant.
Okay, and I drop him.
Oh,
And
You
I
want a
go
piece?
over with a.
what?
You want a piece?
Sure, whatever that is.
And I
Sure.
pick him back up.
Do you? Yeah, uppies. Yep. All right.
Did I get freed? Am I still tied up too?
You're still tied up.
You're still tied up. I mean, you can try and
I'll
break
get a
out. You
dagger
can try and
I'll get a
break out.
dagger, I'll
Yeah,
release him. I'll release him.
yeah,
Okay.
and in
I
the,
call this for
it's
Fred.
more of like it's you have to like really escape. These threads are uncuttable. You manage to really pull hard and break a few, but you can't cut them with any kind of blade. They're
Cut
very
them, but you-
interesting.
You can Hulk out.
You can break them, but you can't cut them, or you can slip out of them. You can manage to
Interesting.
slip out, but yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I'll
Nothing like
assist.
that.
I'll assist in that then.
can I slip out? Is it so tightly wound and stuck to itself, or would it be uncoilable into something like a rope?
It seems pretty stuck to itself.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not something that you could like unravel. It seemed to like wrap around you and then almost harden and stick to itself
Okay.
almost immediately.
After getting
Kind of
out,
like think
I
of like
wanna
a wrapped up spider web. When you wrap up a spider web,
Yeah.
you can't really pull it apart anymore.
Makes sense. After slipping out of it, I just want to try throwing it against a wall and see what happens.
Okay, yeah, you pick it up and you kind of throw it, and it's thin, it's lightweight, surprisingly. You throw it against the wall and it just hits the wall and falls down.
It doesn't stick.
Doesn't stick.
Well, it's one-time use only, it seems.
Silver spindle, silk stone. I'm gonna point it at Kelwise.
Yeah, and you say it, and the little bug pops his head out, looks at you, and these two little arms come out. And then goes back in.
Maybe it needs to recharge.
Yep.
Maybe he needs a nap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
did
to
you-
know.
Did you just try to shoot that at me?
No.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Are we walking to get breakfast?
I guess we are.
Yeah, and you guys all joined Dresden for some steak and eggs.
Oh, you beat us to it.
Yeah. What do you guys? Where are you? Yeah, and you guys should get some steak and eggs. The Perfect Fifth seems to be a decent place to get food, drink, and entertainment.
Is it the same worker, the same guy that's
Different guy.
Hmm.
Interesting
So
enough.
she doesn't remember about our tab, is what you're saying.
If you remember, your tab ended the second you walked out the door.
He doesn't know
remember
that.
Well, I'm sure he's
He
not going
wouldn't
to take
really
it
know
on.
about the tab then, would he?
Yeah, you would know about the tab in the first place.
Well,
So what are we doing today?
slaying a clacker.
I think that's the place to start it.
Too early?
No, I think no point in going after the other things. Go with the one that'll get us killed first, right? Then we won't. If we die, we don't have to worry about going after the others. I can't hear you.
Plus, it's the one thing we know where it is and how to get it.
No.
Yeah, except it's in the Strait, the Grimjaw Strait, which is pretty much unnavigable. So bad time.
No, they're in the mountains. They do the runs for the jewels, and they have to avoid the clackers.
No,
right?
those.
I think so.
Those are the
both
crud
places?
pushers. Those are the crud pushers. They're in the mine.
Are those different?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going after the crabs that Riptide said was delicious to eat.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, and I think they're different from them too, unless I'm mistaken.
No, you're right. They're the ones that are in the Grimjaw Straits. You're all gonna hate this, but what about if we want to make some money while we're doing this, doing Captain Seafloor's mission as well at the same time?
Was he gonna pay us?
We're in a different guild now. Is he still going to hire us?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe the reason he's the only one is because he always kills his crew before they comes home.
That's true, but
That guy said he
I'm
was
pretty
a
sure that's what he
sailor.
said. He pretty blatantly told us that.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I think we need to do a little bit
You
of.
Pop, blatantly.
Yeah, I've been listening. I don't know what it means, but it sounds nice.
Good use.
Really?
Thank you.
I think we need to do a little bit of research and see
Suspicious.
how we can get in there and try and figure out the best way to kill these things. Because, to be honest with you, I don't want to. If Thargan ended up like that, I don't think we really have much of a chance. I think we need to use the environment against these things more than anything else. Maybe get up, if we can, above them on the cliffs, drop a big rock on them, something like that, and then fish them out with a rope.
Crush them.
You know what I mean? I don't want to go against these things 1-on-1, or even 6 or 8 or 10-on-1.
No. Agreed.
Right?
Yeah.
Use our brains.
appreciate some good research before we do anything.
Yeah, let's see what we can ask around and see where they are and where they exist.
Yeah, let's find out if anybody knows how to kill him.
Yeah.
They're blind spots. They're weak spots.
Yeah. Head down to the docks, maybe. Is there anything that would occur to us that we've seen to be like, oh yes, the old fisherman's drinking post where they just drink and talk about old stories where they
Talk about giant crabs.
crabs.
No,
Giant crab.
nothing that you've seen so far.
Okay,
No one.
yeah.
I mean, if you could find maybe some sailors or something, it would be random. You
Yeah.
did see that there were people in the graveyard. There was that area.
People with
to
good
the,
stories in the graveyard.
There were people salvaging in what was called the Captain's Cemetery. There was all the giant slew of boats that had like shipwrecks that had just washed through the Grimjaw
Oh
Strait.
yeah.
That
When
had
we
landed.
were
There was
coming
a
in.
place called the Captain's Cemetery, and you had seen a bunch of boats, small dinghy-sized boats, kind of just looking around for salvage. Might be a place to start.
Seems as good a place as any.
Yeah. Or there might be places around town if you asked around.
Let's head down there.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yes. Before we go too far, though, I want to see if we can sell these gems in town just to get the money for them.
Okay.
If you don't mind a detour.
I mean, it's kind of what we do.
Anyone else business in town? Anyone else want to get any gear? Trust?
Yeah, Trust, we went shopping yesterday if you want anything.
Oh, I
armor,
feel
magic.
like I'm pretty well equipped. I don't think so. Oh, I would like to go see if I can play some music in that fifth harmony. What's it called?
The
Perfect fit.
place we're currently in.
Breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah. You're having
You mean
breakfast. So as
here?
you guys have breakfast,
Yeah.
yeah, there's you notice that there's 2 stages, and while someone's performing, someone sometimes sets up on the other one, and it doesn't seem like there's any kind of order. It's just first come, first served. And so
Dropping.
this early in the morning, there's no one on either stage. You could probably just climb up and start playing.
I will do that.
All right. Roll a perform check. And what kind of music are you performing?
I would like to play like a classic capital city like ballad, like his not what would it be called? Not a historical
Panty dropper.
No.
Like an anthem?
Not an anthem. Like a historical tale, like a like I feel like that's bards play like stories, right? Like I want like a classic story song.
Yeah, all right. And
That,
something...
like everyone will know and enjoy.
Yeah, and it has kind of a sea shanty feel to it. And what was your number?
17.
17. And this is the song that kind of comes out. 17. And people seem to really like it here. Yeah.
And I start a clap with Presto or with Presto or no with Silent Image. No, minor image.
On 1 and 3.
Pub is just like up on that table.
1 and 3. Yeah. Yeah, and people seem to it does seem like people know this song and start to sing the same melody with different lyrics. And most people seem to know different lyrics. It's the same melody though, almost, and it's been changed a little bit, Trust. And you know that a lot of these songs, there's only like really 10 songs in the world, and everyone has a different variation on each of the songs. And so you start to pick up the new variation and the nuances that people are singing as you're playing this, and you seem to weave it into something pretty nice.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm just jamming, living my best life, living
Yeah.
my best bard life.
And Trust finishes the song, and everyone seems pretty pleased with her abilities.
Great.
I'm gonna throw her a gold coin.
I throw a silver.
And I like jump off the table.
And Trust, you see a couple
It's going
patrons throw,
crazy.
including the bartender, flip a couple silver coins onto the stage near you, into your
Ooh.
open lutalele case.
Doodle. How many is a couple?
You look in, and you got about 7 silver in your case. It's pretty empty in here, and some of those were from your own party, but
Hey.
you get 7 silver.
And
Great.
1 gold from
And
Pub.
1
my-
gold,
one
and 1
gold.
gold.
And my gold coin too.
Oh,
yeah.
2 gold
All right,
and 5 silver.
All right. I have now forgiven Cornelia for taking over the way of the guild, and I'm feeling good. And I sit back down and finish my breakfast.
Okay.
Great job, Pup. Great job, Trust. That was amazing.
The twerking, Pup. The twerking. He really likes the twerking.
Felt really nice to play in front in a tavern again. It's been so long.
Well, you were brilliant.
I like that song. Can you sing it more? Cool.
Maybe later.
She's exhausted from the performance.
She's counting her earnings.
She's counting your money.
Still.
Cornelia, was that one of my gold? Just out of curiosity. Great.
I don't hear anything.
Collective hearing.
While I'm still enjoying breakfast, I would slip out to go and try to trade these gemstones in, so we don't interrupt our day.
Yeah, where are you going to try and trade these gemstones?
Yeah, that's a great question. Probably like the jeweler, maybe the guy who would like want the gemstones, perhaps. But did we already talk to him? I don't remember.
What jeweler are you talking?
I mean, there's
The architects. The architects.
You know, the jeweler that we
Yes.
found.
Thank you for the help, Rezek.
There was a guy making jewelry out of metal. He was a metallurgist
Yeah,
of
metallurgist.
sorts. He didn't have any
Yes.
stones, but he might know somebody.
Ask around it is. Why not?
Okay, yeah, and you find somebody making jewelry, and no one really with stones, but you kind of walk up and show him the stones to that same gnome, and he kind of points you in the second floor, Crimson. You'll find some jewelers there.
Thank you. Appreciate the help.
Yeah, and so you walk up to the Crimson Buck, which is this giant ship, this man-of-war class ship that has been retrofitted into a hall of sorts. And you walk in and you see these very neatly sectioned off rows of shops, people milling about, and you pass something that smells fantastic. And you look, and there's this store, and they have these big vats that are bubbling behind them, and you smell this something sweet in the air, and you see these little, almost circular, they look hard, food on a plate. And people are just grabbing a plate into a bag, paying a silver coin, and running out, and people are just eating these out of a bag. And you see...
How many did you get with the silver?
It looks like about 10, and you see a sign that says "Sweet Chips Sugar Tots," and then right next to it you see this place called Bellies of Plenty, and you see they're making addies. This is the factory. You see this, and right next to it is a place called Rolls With It, and this is bakery, and you smell that's the smell of like sourdough, and that fresh oat wheat just fills your nostrils. I mean, and all three are kind of working in tandem. Rolls With It, selling fresh bread and also giving bread to Bellies of Plenty, who are making those spiced, almost Philly cheesesteak covered in spices, steaming, and next to them sugar tots, people picking up sugar tots on the side to go with them. And just on the other side, you see a small gnome man with a very tidy workspace. It looks like he has all kinds of different outdoor gear, picks. He's got some torches made from what looks like pine leaves. They're specially fashioned. They look like they have some kind of sap. And you look down, and there's a small sign that says Gnome Depot on the side. And then you move on, and there's a whole wave of different. There's a whole wave of other shops. A man with a bunch of locks and lock boxes. You see
Manacles?
somebody just selling barrels and crates, and it's almost like refurbished shipping ware.
What's
and
the
then
name of it?
Ferb's Reuse.
I would have thought it was Crate and Barrel. Would
No,
on the nose.
no. That's crazy. But you do see stairs leading up to the second floor. And you see a whole row of other different shops there.
Well, what do I see on the second floor? Since the first floor was so appealing, do I see?
Yeah, you go right around this what looks like a cobbler called Corn on the Cobbler shop, selling lots of shoes and stuff. And you head upstairs to the second floor, and you see the second floor seems the people there seem to have a little bit more of a bourgeois air to them. They're a little bit nicer, and you see that there's a few jewelry stores. And you see this really nice clothing shop that has fine clothing, and you look at the prices, and the prices are just insane. And you see this big sign that says Bloomingdale's, and you move past it, and you see what looks like a jeweler that just sells all kinds of different jewelry called Shane Co. And it has a little sign that says like. If you need a friend in the diamond business. And you curve around, and then you see that there's a store specifically called Sterling Quicksilvers, which was the same store as the guy who was making that stuff, but this guy has just got a whole row of very, very nice looking gems. And these gems he has are not placed in anything. They're just like in little boxes to display the stone, and it looks like they're pretty expensive, but you'd have to get them fitted customly to something else. And also down this long row of different things, you see a sign that says Longbeard's Custom Goods. You see something called Gnome's Touch. You see Titana Seal. There's like a booth, and it looks like they deal with oat wheat and sugar tots that have that special seal of the Titanus name that means it's a higher grade. You see a sign that says Acquisitions and Adventures, and you see another one that says Union Packing Services. Looks like maybe a shipping establishment.
Okay. So the ones that sounded appealing were Shaneco, and then the one you mentioned after. I didn't catch the name of it. The one where the cut gems were.
That would be Sterling Quicksilver.
Sterling Quicksilver. Okay, let's go to Shaneco first and see if we can't make a deal.
And you go and you see that there's a man there. He's got all kinds of different jewelry laid about. Hi. How are you doing, sir? Can I help you?
Doing well. How are you?
Oh, very good. Thank you for asking.
Well, no problem. I had a question for you. I have this bag of uncut gems, fine gems, and I was looking for someone who might be willing to purchase them.
Ooh, yes. We don't buy gems here. We do sell fine jewelry and trade and the such. But if you'd like to sell some stones, you'd probably have to go over to our neighbor, Quicksilver's.
Well, then I'll take up your advice. Thank you very much. I appreciate the help.
Yes, and if you ever need anything, come back here. We have the best selection.
I imagine I'll be back. This whole place is a menagerie. I'm sure I'll be back many times.
And just remember, you've got a friend in the diamond business.
Thank you. And I just mosey on over to the neighbor next door.
Yeah, and Sterling Quicksilver's a gnome, and he has very, very nice stones. And these stones, once you get close, they shimmer and shine, but they're also uncut. It seems like this guy specializes in gems that are uncut and maybe cuts them himself or specializes in jewelry. And this gnome kind of walks up to you as you walk up. Oh, hello. What can I do for you? Good morning to you.
Well, I've got this bag here of some uncut gems, and you look like the gentleman I might be wanting to speak to about them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Takes the bag.
Take a look.
And then splays them out on this, what looks like a big board of velvet, and looks at them all. Pulls out what looks like a lens of sorts and starts looking at them all. Well, these aren't the finest quality I've ever seen. In fact, they're not great. And they've got lots of impurities. I don't know. I don't even know if I can take these. Where'd you say you got them?
Kind of something usable in there. I came by them.
Yeah. Well, These don't come from our continent, do they?
I don't imagine they do.
These aren't petrograde gems at all. I suspect you got these somewhere in Myantis. Around Capital City?
Actually, yes.
Yeah. Figures. Just tainted. I'll give you 25 gold for the whole lot.
Oh, 25 gold seems a little low. I mean, look at the quantity that you have here. Surely there's something more valuable in this pile.
I don't know. What trade charter are you with?
Oh, well, we're with Cornelia Company.
Cornelia Company? I've never heard of you.
Well,
a new trade charter. Oh, interesting. Highest I can go is 35.
What if we call it 50?
50? For these?
Yeah.
Not a shot. Not a chance. Not in a million years. You see these gems I've got? And you look, and the gems he has on display look really nice, and they're big and they're flawless, but this isn't your first rodeo. He wouldn't be showing you, the stuff that they make cheap jewelry with.
Of course.
And yeah, you get the sense that this guy's, he's doing his shtick every time, he tries to sell you something or buy something. He starts very low, and you're kind of getting that feeling.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're showing me the cream of the crop. There's got to be a lot of normal sales that you do, of course.
Normal sales?
Yeah, normal.
No, I have a high-end reputation to keep here. You have to understand, I deal in fine quality. It's my brand. Quicksilver Charter is one of quality, high-end. Creme de la creme, as you will. And these stones I'd have to sell off to travelers and merchants, in back channels. It would cost a great deal of hardship.
Well, then it seems like 50 gold would be pretty worth it then. Because I have it on good authority that these are worth over 100.
Over 100? Maybe if you cut them, and placed them, and sold them. After all that work is done, maybe
that's your job.
Well, for me to do my job, it takes time and effort. And both of those are money.
Of course. 50 gold's a lot of money, though.
40 gold for the lot. Final offer.
40. Still seems a little low. What if we brought you some business?
Some business?
Yeah, some business.
The Sterling name is known far and wide. Our word of mouth is strong.
Oh. Is that like the Tiny Toes name?
The Tiny Toes?
Yeah.
The Emerald trade?
Yeah.
I would assume, yes. But they're more in gem acquisitions. We're in refinement.
Oh. Well, I happen to have an in with the acquisitions department, as it were, and they might be looking for some help with their refinement.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well?
I know Cornelia Tiny Toes.
Cornelia
namesake
Tiny
for
Toes.
our company.
Well, let me talk to Cornelia Tiny Toes. Maybe we can strike an accord.
Maybe we can. I'll have to go bring her up here.
All right, then. Till then, 40 gold. Last offer.
50?
What was the name of your charter again?
Cornelia Company.
Cornelia Co. Trading charter.
Labor.
Labor charter. But you can't even sell these then.
Trading charter.
Listen, how about this? He kind of looks around. They'll give you 40 gold. I'll pay the taxes on the back end.
I think you're getting a deal here.
Well, of course. It's my trade. But you'll walk out of here 40 gold richer, and you won't have to deal with the taxes or the trader laws.
What kind of taxes you pay on this?
Very high. Very, very, very high. Well, that's something we negotiate between the traders.
You negotiate taxes?
Absolutely.
That's not a way to run a government.
Why not?
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. 40 gold.
40 gold. Free and clear.
We'll hold on to these, and I just pick them back up. We'll see what we can do about getting Cornelia up here to speak to you about some acquisitions.
All right. Well, as long as Cornelia is on a trade charter, you shouldn't have a problem.
Sounds good. Have a nice day.
Right. Absolutely. You as well.
So we can't buy or sell anything if we don't have a trade charter?
I mean, it was in the gray. They had explained that, like, it's like small sales, probably not a problem. No one's going to bat an eye.
Is 50 gold not a small sale?
Yeah, but I mean, the
It's
guy
100
could have
gold out of
the guy
small
could have been
size?
using it as a. You get the feeling he was kind of using it as like a a negotiating tactic, right? Scaring you away.
I gotta give you props though for bringing in the tiny toast thing. That was pretty impressive. I didn't even consider. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes.
So
All right.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll head back to where the group is having breakfast.
All right. Yeah, and you head back, and you see Trust has played the sea shanty for the 4th time upon Pup's request. Yeah, Pup's got some new dance moves. And yeah, and you guys all kind of settle in, look around, steak, eggs, full bellies, a warm tavern, good music, good friendship, good fun.
Full bellies, full hearts, man. That's what I'm about.
More
You see
honey.
even Fitz has still got pieces
Can't
of
lose.
this thread on
No
him, which
lesson
is
learned.
just fantastic. Camden safely away with Ander. You can assume safely away with Ander somewhere. It feels good. You feel home, maybe for the first time in a very long time. And that's where we're gonna pick up next week.
Hey.
You started in the perfect 5th, and you ended in the perfect 5th.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Until next Tuesday, we are MinusOneCHarisma, and this is our Aventide stream. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night. Take care of each other, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.